Check, check. Mm. Check, check. My mic sounds nice. Check one. Here we go. Anyway, how y'all been? I'm gonna be calm today. Y'all ready? I need to share this a little bit, so give me a minute while I share this. All right, y'all gonna help me share this? Fam, this is gonna be a good one today. I was working today. I'm a little bit tired. I'm telling you, man, I had a 2-hour talk on my Facebook about boring check, 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 check. Can y'all hear me? All right, we gonna get the guests up in here. Nobody can hear. All right, let's see what we can do here. See what we got here. What's up, family? How y'all doing today? I was tired today, family. Y'all think I need to say something to Michi? Y'all know Michi X mentioned my name, right? Y'all know that? Y'all familiar with that? Y'all familiar with that? Did y'all see Michi X mention my name? Y'all see that? Do I got to talk to Michi X? Uh, see, if y'all tell me get at her now, I'm gonna get at her. Do I gotta get at Michi X? King X. Shalom. Do I gotta get at Michi X? Ah, ah. Do I gotta get at her? Fly time Blizzy. Do I got to get at Michi X? I just need to know. She talking up. She acting up. She acting up. Capstone. I didn't, but I do adore Michi. Humbly melanated. Do I gotta get at her? You know when I get at somebody, we go in for weeks. They gonna be mad. You using my name for views. Yep. You right. Next show, Michi X. Michi Z. That's right. That's right. Michi X mentioned my name. She better be ready. She better be ready. You just say my name for views. Yup. You right. Show number 355. That's what she said. She said, "Oh, he using Grandmaster J name for views." In fact, I disagree with Grandmaster J, and Grandmaster J don't respond. And so, guess what? It's something to talk about, and we're gonna talk about it. He mislead on social media, and we will check him on social media. So, Meechy X, don't you get up in that. Leave that alone. I only asked one question. I said, somebody tag Meechy X. I only asked one question. I said, where's Meechy X? That's all I said. That's all I said. Where's Meechy X? How do Meechy X feel about Grandmaster J at this time? That's all I said. I mean, that's all I said. That's all I said. And she went in. Brother Bay sound like ice cream. Like what? Meechy X, what type of loud you smoking over there? You smoke loud. You smoking loud over now. I'm playing. She wasn't too hard though. She wasn't too hard on the Grand Sheik. So you know what I mean? I ain't go. I might. It depends what y'all say. But y'all need me to talk to her. You know I ain't got no problem with talking to her. You know what I mean? I will talk to her. We will have a personal conversation. That's right. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, talking about you a leader of the community and all that, and your mouth, everything come out your mouth is a turd. Oh no, nah, don't. and I don't take it personal. I can go on and on and on. I'm like an energizer bunny when it comes to this foolishness. I'm trying to tell you. Fly Tie Blizzy. Fly Tie say he's smoking loud. Well, she must smoke quiet then, because she ain't saying nothing. Fly Tie Blizzy smoke loud. And Meechy X must smoke solid, because she ain't saying nothing slick. With that being said, family, y'all ready to get started, man? Look, so first of all, before we get started, I want y'all to say with me one more time, everybody share. Everybody need to tap into this and say, everybody share. I mean, everybody share. Help me share this, family. Listen, I don't know if anybody remember. Do anybody remember before I bring our guests in, right? Do anybody, somebody said Meechy is one of the pioneers. You shouldn't be judgmental. She been for our people for long before many in the spotlight. No, I'm not judgmental for Meechy. Meechy cracks slick. That's all. She cracked slick, but she all right. She didn't do too bad. But this is what I wanted to say. So, family, anybody, if all of y'all are regular viewers of the Moorish World TV program here, y'all would remember that I did the story about Hankerson. And I mentioned a brother that Hankerson has set up quite a few times. Well, ironically, the brother is on the show. But not only is he on the show, he also brings more information than you or I could ever imagine as it relates to the Breonna Taylor case. I was blown away because I mentioned this brother from the articles because I did some research on Hankerson. And doing the research on Hankerson, I'm like, this brother here, man, he was smart enough to film this guy while he was trying to set him up. I said, that's my type of G right there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's my type of G right there. Because we always think to respond after the fact. But this guy here, and I ain't gonna say his name now, somebody said his name. This guy here was proactive. You follow me? He was actually and I'll let him tell the story, but he had got involved with a female that even Hankerson was involved with. And so it turned Hankerson up on the dirty scale. And this is the police officer that, if I'm not mistaken, let off most of the shots into Breonna Taylor's home. But anyway, Before we even got to that, I was looking into Hankerson, right? And so I was like, this brother's sharp because while Hankerson was playing the game, because he smashed. I don't know if he smashed. We're gonna find out. About it like we smashed. Oh, listen, man, I'm a grand sheik, man, but that's what they say in the street. He be smashed. Man, I smashed that. I ain't smashing them. I'm married. But I'm just saying. And so Hankerson supposedly got mad and he was targeting the brother. You know what I'm saying? But the brother was smart enough to know he was being targeted, and the target became the target. So as the story goes on, we get to the Breonna Taylor case. And then the brother name pops up again. At this point, it's my understanding, we're going to get it from him in a minute. It's my understanding that Breonna Taylor's family attorney reached out to him. They got together. He solved the case. You understand? He solves the case. But now everything that he brought to light, never made it to see the light of day. You understand what I'm saying? So this brother here, in our community, we should have more of this brother here. Now, last but not least, I was supposed to bring him on the show quite a few times. I think the last time I was about to bring him on, and I told y'all, I had a meeting and it was already scheduled. And, I got late. I got behind. You know what I'm saying? I had a serious meeting with the Moorish Science Temple of America. I got behind. I got late. By the time it was time to bring him on, I couldn't bring him on. Then me and him, we discussed and went back and forth for a second. And, but that's water under the bridge, and we here today. So, family, I would implore you to support the social media, support the IG, support the Cash App, support the Facebook, support the distribution of the information, as well as the support of the protection that the brother would definitely need around him. So if you are able to support, hit the Cash App. Be sure to follow him on IG so you can get the algorithms up and follow him on his YouTube. With that being said, we got Kendrick Wilson in the building.
Hey, how y'all doing? I appreciate you having me on, man. Sorry about the situation we had as far as the other show. Sorry to all the viewers that tuned in. It seemed like we had them ready to go last week. But I hope everybody made it to this show, man. I want to start out by saying this, man, because there's a lot of misconceptions about me. I got a lot of people asking me to come on their show and do podcasts and stuff like that. It's kind of a tricky process, man, getting involved with coming on people's shows, because you got people who will set you up, and I'm all for that. But at the same time, I just want to let people know I'm fully aware that takes place. So me and you kind of got off to the wrong start a little bit as far as the inbox, not because it's anything you've ever done, but because the way people are moving out here, and it's people with the same color skin as us. They ask me to come on, I write them, and then next thing you know, they take a screenshot and they do something, and then they try to twist and turn it into something else. I'm here to tell all of you guys, man, everything that's going to come out of my mouth is going to be a fact. I'm not on here talking about anything that's a lie. I'm not clout chasing, man. Me personally, I'm in a good space financially. I got 2 very good jobs on paper. I got other side hustles. I work hard for mine. Always have, always will. I don't want any misconceptions from anybody who's just now getting to know me through this show. I want y'all to know I'm a hardworking man. The Cash App is strictly for, I got friends. I got a Louisville Metro police officer that just got fired a week and a half ago for helping me out and being there for me. So I create the Cash App for people like that who's like risking their job to help me out. So I don't want any of you guys to think I'm out here gouging or I'm out here clout chasing. I was in a very unique position as far as this Breonna Taylor case. Before the cop ever killed Breonna Taylor, I've been going to war with this cop. since 2016. Like you stated earlier, it all started because I smashed his girlfriend and then smashed a couple other chicks that he wanted, and I ended up getting. This cop, he used to always work after hour at clubs, so he always had eyes on me. And of course, he's seen me just in there living a life, kicking it with all these girls and all this stuff. And he became jealous, and it got to the point to where one of his girl was one of my victims. I end up, she was on the list, and do what you do in the club. You get drinks. The next thing you know, it's going down, and just so happened it went down with me and his girl. With him being a cop, he used his badge to get back at me. I kind of knew it was coming, so I was prepared. So every time he ran up on me and planted drugs on me and stuff, I pretty much caught him on camera doing it. And so that was over a period of, from 2016 to 2018, these things took place. He stuck three grand jury trials on me. I beat him all three times in court, 3-0, Brett Hankinson. And upon that happening, man, on my last case, I just beat him on my last case about 3 weeks ago. So when I beat him, Sam Aguilar, I had a civil suit. Sam Aguilar is considered, one of the best here in Louisville at, the civil suit stuff. That's what he does. He's all over the TV, commercials, billboards, and all that good stuff. So what ended up happening is I went into Sam Aguilar's office to talk to him about representing me on my civil suit because a lot of you are not aware of it, but I have a federal lawsuit pending against Brett Hankinson. And my federal lawsuit didn't just start doing this Breonna Taylor stuff. My lawsuit went into effect last October, a little over a year ago. So my case is running on a delay. They tell me that it's running on a delay because of COVID-19. But I know personally it's running on a delay because my case directly affects the Breonna Taylor case because that's a stain on this guy's record. So at the end of the day, I was in Sam Aguilar's office and I was talking to Sam Aguilar about representing me. Well, when we was talking, he seen how well I had put my case together.
Before you say that, who is, for those who don't know, who is Sam Aguilar?
Sam Aguilar is Breonna Taylor's lawyer. A lot of people think Benjamin Crump is the lawyer. Benjamin Crump is nothing more than like a promoter. He's the guy who gets the story attention and he gets all over the TV. But the actual lawyer that's doing all the work is Sam Aguilar. So Sam Aguilar and me was sitting down talking about my case. When we was talking about my case, he seen how sharp my mind was and he seen something in me. He instantly asked me, hey, how would you like to work this case? And I'm like, I'll do it. I wasn't under the impression that I was doing it for money or anything. I was going to do it pro bono, meaning I was going to do it for free. About a few days into me working this case, I think it was right between, I think I started like on a Monday or Tuesday, and then he paid me. He came in the office out of nowhere with an envelope Friday. He gave it to me. I opened it up. It was $1,500. I'm like, what is this for? He was like, for your last 10 hours of work. I was like, well, shit, when can I complete 40? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I was working. Like I said, I have no college experience or anything like that, no legal experience. I just got a sharp mind. I'm just now realizing, well, I've always knew it, but I'm pretty much a lawyer that never went to school. You know what I mean? Like I have the know-how to solve cases and stuff like that. So Sam Aguilar, he hires me, gives me $1,500. Over the next 2 months, he gives me a total of $18,500. I began teaching Sam Aguilar a little stuff about guns and all types of stuff. I started talking to him about, the fact that Breonna Taylor was shot from point blank range and all that type stuff. And next thing you know, we began to unravel this case. We began to find out so much corruption that was involved with this case, and that everything that they told y'all, and that's all over the news, is pretty much a lie, even the way it went down. So at the time, believe it or not, Kenneth Walker, which is Breonna Taylor's boyfriend, was also being represented by Sam Aguilar. So I break down the scenario to Sam Aguilar, and I tells him pretty much, Kenneth Walker is lying about this situation. And I told him how I know Kenneth is lying. So Sam agreed with me. He was like, but you can't tell nobody this. And I told Sam straight up, I said, okay, I won't tell nobody this story right now.
Hey, brother, if I interrupt you sometimes, it's not to try to stop your flow. I just want to bring clarity because some of our people just need to catch up. So
right,
you're saying that Breonna Taylor boyfriend was also lying?
Yeah, he was lying. And if anybody follows me on my Lamar Wilson page, I broke these things down, man. I've even made models out of shoe boxes. I took and cut up old shoe boxes and showed y'all, built models with tape, little hood models, and showed y'all how nothing that he's saying is possible, nothing that the police is saying is possible. It's all a lie. Um, Kenneth Walker was clearly lying. I let Sam Aguilar know that I knew that, but he was also Sam's customer at the time. So Sam told me that he told me straight up, he's like, man, don't repeat this story, please. I'm like, okay, I won't. But I told Sam right to his face. I said, Sam, if I find out that you're a part of team corruption, I'll be your worst nightmare. I said, but if I find out that really trying to get justice for Breonna, I'll be your biggest ally. And he respected what that, and he kept me coming in and kept paying me. I didn't tell the Kenneth Walker story because that really wasn't my main goal, to put him out there and tell his side. My goal was to prove that she was murdered by these cops, and then whatever Kenneth Walker came.
So have you told the Kenneth Walker story yet? And if
Yeah, I
so,
told it.
what is the Kenneth Walker story?
I mean, you got to think, man. The police officer, the way the story goes is they kicked in the door. Breonna and Kenneth Walker is right there in the hallway, because when you come in the door, they're right there in the hallway. So the way the story goes that they all agree upon, Kenneth Walker and the police, when they came in the door, Kenneth Walker was right there, and he fired off a warning shot. And next thing you know, the police fired 16 shots back. Breonna gets hit, and somehow he doesn't get hit. The way I break it down, it's impossible, because for one, the police said when they came in, Officer Manley, the one that got shot, he came in first. He said when he came in, he cleared to his left, then he cleared to his right. Now, when you clear, that means you look to the left. He's the first person in. Mind you, this is a raid. So when you clear to your left, you look to the left, you tell the rest of the team, clear. You look to your right and clear. He didn't say that I look to my left, I look to my right. He said I cleared to my left and I cleared to my right. Now, supposedly Kenneth Walker was already in the hallway before they came in and let off a warning shot, because he couldn't see if it was police or not, because they was on outside the door. So you mean to tell me that the police came in, and while they came in, Kenneth Walker is just sitting right there with his gun, and then the officers did this: clear to the left, clear to the right, and then Kenneth shot? You see what I'm saying? Like, it's impossible. And then they tell you that they return fire, okay? If you watch the body cam footage that I leaked, because I'm the guy who leaked all that body cam footage all over the internet. If you watch the body cam footage, when the cops was entering in there with the SWAT team, they said, when they asked, was there any guns found in here? The SWAT team dude in the background, listen closely, he said, yeah, there was one found under the bed. Now, here's my thing. What is a gun doing under the bed if they got shot in the hallway, okay? We know Kenneth Walker, allegedly, he's on the phone, right? When he's on the phone with 911, he comes off as if he's right there by Breonna Taylor. And he's yelling her name. He's like, Bree, Bree, or whatever, right? Why would you leave a gun? Why would you leave a gun up under a bed and you still not knowing who just did this to your girlfriend? Also answer this. What black man allows somebody, mind you, he's saying he didn't know it was the police. What black man allows somebody to come in and fill his girlfriend up with holes, and you got a fully loaded 9mm clip and you only let off one shot, and now your girl is laying down on the ground and you don't even run outside and chase him? Who does
So
that?
let me say this. So somebody asked the link to his YouTube channel, Kendrick Wilson's YouTube channel. I just put the link in there, and
The
I'll
most
put the links
important
to all of his
follow,
other stuff there too.
my Facebook is the best thing to follow. I'm not really familiar with YouTube. I'm getting used to it, but follow me at Lamar Wilson on Facebook.
And I'll put that in there also. So the news is that he only let off one shot, because
And see, that's the
what you're saying right now is, it does sound a little bit suspect if they came in banging off and all he did was bam.
But see, here's the thing that y'all still haven't got. And I'm a little pissed off, and I'm putting a lot of pressure on Sam Aguilar to release it, because when I release these things, for some reason, people just don't believe it. There's a statement from multiple police. And the statement that the police officers are giving when they first get brought in, they said that Kenneth Walker let out 10 to 15 shots with the assault rifle. This is a statement that they gave.
I remember that.
I watched it on video. So my thing is, how did it go from 10 to 15 shots to he only let off one shot? See what I'm saying? Like I've seen the police give their statement. Like the whole story's a lie. And what people need to know is I know what happened because they did it to me. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna tell the whole world what's going on here in Louisville, Kentucky. All right. And it might be going on in your city. They did this to me last October. I've been fighting the case for a year and a half now, right? Because I've already beat 3. But then they sent Brett Hankinson's good friend, which is Detective Cole Gibson. They ran in my house last October, kicked my door down. Thank God I wasn't home. My girlfriend was home. My sister that I adopted, my 30-year-old sister that I adopted because she had a brain aneurysm, can't walk or talk no more. So I adopted her. She was here laying in her medical bed, and my stepson was here. They came into my house, tore my house up. The first thing they asked my girl with guns in her face is, where is the money? Where's the money? They said they didn't say nothing about drugs. They straight up said, where's the money? But what has happened with this case that I found out after I hired what I consider Louisville's best attorney, which is a guy by the name of Rob Egger, and I've paid him thousands of dollars for fighting these cases and stuff for me, right? What I've came to find out upon doing my own research, because I go behind the lawyers and do my own research. The search warrant that they came in my house with is a fake search warrant. It's a fake search warrant. It wasn't real. They gave me a piece of paper to keep me thinking, to throw me off, keep me from questioning if they had a reason in the house. But it's a fake search warrant, and they've been doing this for years all over Louisville. So what they do is they bust in your house. Then they hit you with this fake search warrant, so you think they got permission to be in there. But then if they find anything illegal, then they write that up as a citation. It never goes in the computer that they was in your house for the search warrant. It goes in the computer that they was in your house and they found such and such, and it goes in the system under a citation. But the search warrant never shows up. I have copies of the fake search warrant that they gave me. It's not real. Anytime paper goes in the courthouse or out of the courthouse, it has to be stamped. Anything that comes in or goes out, it has to be stamped. A search warrant has to be approved by a judge, stamped, and then sent out and given to me or mailed to me. The paper that they gave me does not have the stamp. And this is I collected a lot of people's paperwork all around my city. A lot of people have been hit with these fake search warrants. They're forging the judge's signature and everything. This is insane. And thousands of people right now are in prison on behalf of the fact they've been hit with a search warrant. And if anybody has any type of legal intelligence and know how to look these things up, I want y'all to look up a case by the name of Jaha Hawk. You spell his name J, I think it's J A, what is it? Jagida, I believe. Jaha Hawk, and his last name is Haqq. Look up that case, and you're gonna see that this guy's sitting in prison right now, and it all started over a fake search warrant. They shot at his family. They tortured his family for 6 hours. I mean, it's insane. This is gonna be like all over the news eventually, but they won't cover the story right now because it shows you exactly what's going on in my city.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it now, and it says it was into the last movement on it was 12/18/20.
Dude, wait until you talk to his wife. Wait until you talk to his family. It's all ridiculous. Fake search warrants. Wait until you hear what they did to that. She got an artistic son. They shot bullets at him. They killed her dog, shot her dog dead, took her 16-year-old daughter into the room, and she don't even know to this day what they did to our daughter because her daughter won't talk about it. And then lock her husband up with a fake search warrant. And he's sitting in prison right now. She's got all types of motions and everything in, and the judge is refusing to pay attention to her case.
Wow.
And this is that I'm uncovering. And on top of that, her lawyer told her straight up, she better chill because they're gonna kill her if she exposed this stuff.
And there's the link. There's the link to the case. Right. I think they was trying to charge. Was they trying to charge him with distributing fentanyl or something like that?
Listen, and never even found no fentanyl or anything on him. They tried to charge him with
that's the case
in a whole nother county, bro. Like never found anything on it. Look, they was torturing his family so bad. They was torturing his family so bad that dude was just like, "Here, man, what y'all want me to say?" And he gave a statement. They locked him up off the back of his statement, but he knew his family was in there getting tortured. They already let off X amount of gunshots. He heard this. They kill his dog right there. He's just like, "Man, what I got to do to save my family?" Dude's sitting in prison right now for something he did not do. all off the back of a search warrant. And his wife and me has all the paperwork and evidence to prove that this is all corruption.
So let me ask. So when you was talking with Sam Aguilera, could you give us a walkthrough? Okay, from the time that the search warrant, can you give us their version and then give us your
Let me tell you,
research version?
bro. The reason why all this stuff is so big and all this stuff I just told you, because it seems scattered like it's all over the place, but it all runs together. The way they came in my house, the way they hit Jaha's house,
Oh, okay, I got you.
and with Breonna. See, y'all got to understand, with Breonna, the same thing. It was a fake search warrant. The Breonna
Mm.
search not real. That's why they did the civil suit. See, you got to understand what the civil suit is, and you got to read what the civil suit means. When they gave them that settlement, it means that they signed a paper. That's why I'm pissed off at Breonna's family and mother right now. They signed a paper saying they would destroy all the evidence. So technically, if I don't figure it out, and Breonna Taylor's daddy, he's another person that can help, because Breonna's mother sent her rights away to go out and try to pursue justice because she took the settlement. But her father's name is not on that settlement. So he can come back along with me and help me redo this trial. But as of right now, Breonna's mama can't do it. She signed that paper. They say it wasn't a gag order, but it's listed under a protective order, which works exactly like a gag order. But they also upon signing this paper agreed to destroy all the evidence.
Well, I was
She
just reading. I was reading earlier this week that who is the special prosecutor? He was talking about trying to have it sealed even before we get to the point of destroying. But that was might be the same coded language.
Yeah, but listen, I'm the person who single-handedly got it unsealed because I told they secret, which I'm telling y'all right now. I went to Facebook and told everybody about it. The judges, oh shit, biting their nails. And now I've turned all of them against each other. So now it ain't no corruption team no more. It's everybody for themselves, and everybody's trying to cover their own tracks. So now judges is like, hell no, I gotta unseal this shit. I'm not getting caught up in this. Everybody, lawyers, like for example, my lawyer, he was supposed to call me Monday and let me know if my warrant was real or not. He ain't called me at all. At all. I done came to his office. I done went to the courthouse. I went down to the courthouse yesterday, downtown Louisville, to get my paperwork, because if it's real, it's going to be in the computer. It's not in there. They wouldn't even allow me to come in the courthouse. They told me I couldn't come in the courthouse because they all know exactly that I found out the secret, and it's deadly. I don't care about death or if they kill me or anything. What I care about is busting the pipes of corruption and turn down the walls of racism. And I know, me personally, I cannot end racism. But what I can do is I can take this perimeter that they got us living in, because they got us living in within the perimeter of racism. And I can say, hey, get this perimeter away from us. Y'all take this on to your house, and y'all can't do nothing with it outside of your house. I have no problem with anyone who's racist. I have a problem with a person who takes how they personally feel, comes in the world, and tell a person like me and you, we can't work here because we black. They an innocent kid and they build up this hatred within his heart and make him hate people like me and you because of that color. Those are things that I have an issue with. So I'm focused on trying to tear down the walls of racism and bust the pipes of corruption.
Right. So with that being said, um, when there's also a story that I read that says in the early parts of the development of the story, and maybe you can give us understanding on it, where Breonna Taylor, they try to say Breonna Taylor, that the boyfriend said that in the beginning that Breonna Taylor shot the police. Did you hear that story?
That's what I'm saying, bro. There's a lot of inconsistencies within that dude's story. And here's my thing: as black people, this is what I want to say. As black people, before we do anything, before we hold anybody accountable, we must hold people accountable that look like us. And people got to stop spurring people because they black. That's why I got on Grandmaster Jay's ass. You can't just be spurring people because they black. Because here's the thing: just like the white man is snakes, there's some black men that are snakes too.
Absolutely.
Whether people believe it or not, there was black people that took part in helping get the slaves over here. So my thing is, I don't care who Kenneth Walker is. I don't care if he's the boyfriend. I know he's participating in covering up this girl's murder. I know there's inconsistencies in his story, and he's not telling the truth. So I call him out, along with Benjamin Crump and along with other people in our city like Daniel Cameron. These are black people. Lonita Baker, black people who's on the legal team. We must call out the people that look like us, because who are we to call out the white man, but then we allow all this corruption within our own personal circle? A black corrupt person is actually more deadly than a white corrupt person, because they infiltrate within the
Yes.
circle. They're like a Trojan
Facts.
horse, let them within our gates. So we must
Facts.
expose black people who are carrying out the agendas of white supremacy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to get into the Grandmaster Jay conversation because I ain't gonna let up on him. I'm gonna keep the pressure on him. But before we get to that, I wanna try to get some understanding as to what part did, if from your research, did the boyfriend actually play? Was he cowarding? Where did the shot come from? How many shots was it for real? Stuff like that.
Let me say this, man. Goal is to get this thing to the Supreme Court, okay? I need the people to know this, man. I can speak on the obvious and I can speak on certain things, but a lot of stuff I got to say for the court, because you got to understand, if I give out the big secrets and the biggest clues, come up with a defense. See, you must understand what's going on with the Breonna Taylor case. The reason why it took months for them to come out with verdicts and tell us anything about anything, because they brought in the world's best liars. Not a good liar, the world's best liars. So when they bring in the world's best liars, you got to understand, anytime I speak any truth or I say anything about this case that can solve it, they got somebody that's super good at lying that's going to try to fix it up and tell you why that happened. So what I need to do is I'm going to hold the good stuff for the court. Right. Hopefully I get to walk in the Supreme. When I walk in the Supreme Court, it's their ass. Because here's the thing. I can tell you guys everything, but the information that I tell you, y'all cannot get justice for Breonna. Nothing you guys can do. The only way to get justice for Breonna is actually being in the courtroom and proving that these people murdered her. Now, unfortunately, I've already put evidence out there to prove that she was murdered, but people still don't believe it. They lied to y'all. They told y'all the whole time there was no body cam footage. If I didn't leak that stuff on the internet, y'all never would have got it. You see what I'm saying? So I'm showing y'all.
Somebody asked in the comment section earlier, they said, well, where did you get the footage from?
Because I was on the legal team. I got all the evidence.
Okay, got you. So they knew, so the legal team actually knew that
I was on the legal team.
So the legal team actually knew that there was camera footage in the community and subpoenaed or however they got it, and you had access to it, basically. Look, they're messing up on this stream. Y'all see that?
Of course. Listen, bro. Damn. Listen. Sam Aguilar brought me in because he couldn't solve it. I came in and solved it. So he gave me all the evidence. The dude didn't even know nothing about guns. Like, he didn't even know nothing about gunshots or anything. But also, that wasn't his focus. His focus is the money. But he brought me in to help solve the case. And I actually solved it. And then when he seen that I really solved it, because see, there's a story that I put together. And once I tell y'all this story, it's going to blow your mind. But I can't do it until I go to the courtroom. I know exactly what happened. And I'll prove it. It takes for me to tell you at one time, and you're going to be like, damn, that is what happened. You're going to know straight up. But I can't give the world's best liars any leadway.
Absolutely.
Time to set up a defense. They're going to.
And I get you on that, but is there any way that you can give us some idea what was the motive?
Money was the motive. You must understand this. Look, let me break something down to you. I'm gonna say it without really saying it. I'm gonna kind of beat around the bush. You got to understand what happened tonight. So they tell you that Breonna Taylor's ex-boyfriend is a drug dealer, right?
Right.
And supposedly involved in a drug ring, and he had all his money, right? So they said, can you hear me?
Yeah, I was trying to give you full screen. My bad. So let me make sure you're right. Say something.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah. I was trying to give you full screen. So you said they said her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend was a drug dealer, and I'm gonna remove myself so you got.
So look, I need y'all to follow this story, and I want you to think with what I'm about to tell y'all. So they said Breonna Taylor's ex-boyfriend was a drug dealer, big time drug dealer, and they say that Breonna was the one who was holding his money and just basically helping him out do certain things as far as making moves, right? Okay, so check this out. Breonna's ex-boyfriend got locked up about 30 minutes, about 30 minutes to an hour before they came to Breonna Taylor's house. All right,
Yes,
he got locked up
I
before
read
they came to
that.
Taylor's house. Now listen, folks, I want y'all to think about something. The cops that locked him up and the people who are involved with it, I'm telling you, I know them. They're dirty. This is how they work. They run around. It's some training day shit. Do you got my money? If you ain't got my money, then I'm taking you to jail. If you got some money, then we won't take you to jail. So when they got that boy and they put that man in jail,
Woo!
and put that man in jail, they didn't stick all these charges to him right away. They said, we got you on this and that, unless you got some money for us. What you think he did? I got the money. It's over here. Go to that address.
Whoa!
I got the money. Go address. Now, what happens with the money? I gotta wait to the courtroom to tell y'all because I know exactly what happened with the money. But that's what happened. He got caught first. The only way he can get out of trouble is if he pay up. He pays up, but he tells them, "Hey, I got 20,000 over in the wall, whatever." They go over there to go get that money, and then this shit happens. And I'll tell you
Woo!
why it happened. But I after the court, I'll tell you exactly what happened. I know exactly what happened.
And somebody said, somebody, one thing about, I don't know who Nikki J is talking about where is your proof, where is your proof. The brother just said, if you was listening, that he's just going to give you enough so you can understand, but he's not going to give you everything that he has, for he's trying to
Here's,
take it to the Supreme Court. Come on,
here's my thing.
if you're not interested in what he has, then just keep it moving.
Here's my thing. This is what I like to say to the nosy people who want more and more. What are you gonna do with it? Once I
Right,
give you
right.
what,
100.
what are you gonna make a Facebook status about it? What are you gonna do with it? If I tell you everything that happened and give you all the evidence, what are you gonna do with it?
Nothing. Have a conversation and not
They're not.
further it into resolution.
You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna figure out a way to not believe it. Oh no. What blows my mind about black people, and I hate to stereotype my people, but this is the truth. Y'all will believe anything that the white man tells y'all. Anything. A black man comes and tell y'all the truth, put his life on the line, and give y'all everything I can possibly give y'all without blowing the case. I'm a liar. I'm a clout chaser. You know what I mean? Like, it's sad, dude. Like, my life is on the line. I'm out here. I got friends in the police department that are getting fired because they've got caught helping me. I got all types of people that are caught up in this mess because they've been helping me. I pretty much infiltrated the whole damn legal system, and now they're finding out about some of these pieces I have in place, and these people are losing their job. And on top of that, our life's on the line. Yeah, we are up against the government. I'm not talking about no man in black shit. I'm talking about Daniel Cameron, our AG. He's a government elected official. He voted in. He's official. The police department, that's a government agency. I'm right now spilling the beans on them. I'm up against the government. You know how fucking dangerous that is? That
Mhm.
is dangerous. That is super dangerous. But yet I'm still electing to stand up and tell the truth, knowing that my life's on the line. But my own people who got the same color skin as me don't want to believe anything I say, and all y'all can do is ask for more. No, won't y'all work with what I've already put out imagination, and y'all start putting some things together like I have.
So, at the end of the day, how do you get your evidence to the Supreme Court level? What's the roadmap from
First,
getting the
bro,
word out to the Supreme Court?
the first thing, bro, it's got to get accepted. It's got to get picked up by the Supreme Court. Once it gets
Right.
picked up in court, you can call FBI. You can let them know that you got valuable information. Let them know you are a witness to a crime. But I called the FBI the other day, man, and I recorded this. This is on my Facebook page. They hung up on me twice. I said,
Mm.
what shit is this? This is how deep the corruption goes. Hung up on me twice. Told me to do something, wouldn't tell me how to do it, but just hung up. So bottom line is, the way we get this to the Supreme Court, if you really want to know the truth and how I get the evidence in there, I need everybody, the whole country, black and white people, who wants to stand up to corruption. Go to your local Walmart, go to your local mom and pop stores and buy a tiki torch. Get your tiki torch, and then we all march with tiki torches. When we march with tiki torches, we are a threat to everything out there that they care about. And we tell them, give us answers or else. Give us answers or else. Because, see, that's the secret to white supremacy. And people don't pay attention. Nobody's ever taught me this. This is something that I realized about white supremacy. The secret to white supremacy is this. The white boys, they normally march, and they don't march just to be marching. They normally march where the money's at. And the secret message to the politicians and the people that's in control, when they're marching where the money's at, they march with a tiki torch. And the message is, give us what we want and write the laws up, bend the rules exactly how we want you to, or else we're going to burn down all of that. That's why the white boys march with the tiki torch. This is something that France sent the message to America, and France let the KKK in America know, we know exactly how y'all got y'all power and how y'all going to run y'all country. That's why they sent us the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was not only the way that they got the power. France wasn't just telling America, we know how y'all got the power, but France was also telling America, this is how your people are going to get liberty. That's why the Statue of Liberty has a flame in her hand, because that's how they got it.
Yes, sir. I
That's,
like
that's how they.
this. Woo!
That's how they look, man. Let me tell y'all something about me. Never been to
Hey, bro,
college. I'm complete.
you might have to
I'm
do. You
complete.
might have to do what you say. Emoji
Listen,
flame. Emoji
yeah,
flame.
fire emojis, man. Fire emojis. But look, I'm complete.
Fire
I'm,
emoji.
I'm completely in tune. Listen, I'm gonna tell everybody this. I'm no better than you. It's just that I give my attention to something else. Y'all gotta realize, man, if you ever want to be smart, you gotta tune in with the plug. Like when it comes to drugs or anything in life, if you go directly to the plug, you're gonna get a lot more for a lot cheaper, right? That's what makes the plug the plug. If you go to the middleman is gonna charge you more, and you're gonna get less product. See, me, when it comes to learning, I go directly to the plug. The plug is the universe. The universe is the plug, okay? That's why, like, you got some people, me, I'm a person that goes to the universe. You got other people that goes to the universities. But the university, the university is the middleman. The middleman created the university. The reason why it's called the University of Louisville is because the person who got the idea for the university got the idea from the universe. That's why he calls it the university. Now, this is what you need to do. Y'all need to cut the professors out and cut the middleman out and go directly to the source, which is the universe. Anytime you align your thoughts and you try to figure something out and it's pure, the universe is going to give you the answer. You just got to be patient. It's that simple.
100.
It's that you got to tap in with the plug, which is the universe. Stop going through the middleman, which is the universities. It's watered down white supremacy books, and they're not going to do anything to ever teach a black man. You got to think about this. They've watered down school to the point to where it's unattractive to black men. That's why we're always going to school and sleep in class, because they took away the rhythm. They took away all this stuff. They can play a recording in school 60 times. We won't learn 10 of it, 10% of it. But if you play a rap song on the radio with some rhythm and some drums and some stuff that we're attracted to, we'll learn every word in that rap song within 3 times of hearing that song. See, we got the ability to learn, but the white man, they have set up these schools purposely and put things in these schools that they know we're not attracted to, so they make learning unattractive.
Woo! Absolutely. I agree, brother. I teach that to my children, brother. Absolutely. I got 5 sons, and I've always said that. You know what I mean? That we got to understand that it's designed for you not to want to know it. That's just what it is.
Before there was any textbooks, before there was any professors, there was men on this earth, men and women on this earth that knew how to operate fire, electricity. They knew how to build. No book taught them that. You know who taught them that? The universe. We got to tap back into the real source. And plus, the universe is on our side. Why you think when we look up her at nighttime, it's completely black? It's dominated by blackness. It's on our side. It's on our side. And I'm not down in white people or anything, because white people help make the universe beautiful too. Their colors represented up there. If you look up at a star, what do you see? A white star, black skies. Us come together, we make one beautiful universe. But we got to get back to working together and making this picture look beautiful again. Because right now it's a mess. It's dominated by white supremacy. And we got a lot of black people in high positions in this country and all over the world that are carrying out white supremacy agendas.
Indeed. Indeed. Now, have you ever what's the story with Breonna Taylor's ex-boyfriend? I haven't heard him speak out of anything. Has he said anything?
Story is this, man? They try to they label him a drug dealer, said he was in the streets and
Right.
all this stuff. He's got charges and stuff. He's got a record of these things. But also they offer him a plea deal. And the plea deal was basically if he signs it, he gets out of all this stuff. But he had to say that Breonna Taylor was a part of his drug ring. And he elected not to do it, and salute that dude, because
Okay.
that would have been foul. But they try to give him a plea deal to where, hey, if you say Breonna was a part of your drug ring, all your charges will go away. Right now, that brother's still fighting for his life. He might do some serious time. I think he's facing up 10 to 15 years, and it's looking like he's going to do it, which is utterly ridiculous. Because how do you go from making a guy possibly do 10 to 15 years to we'll let you walk around scot-free if you say this? He doesn't belong in jail if you was going to let him out free with him simply agreeing with a story. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely, absolutely. And so the current boyfriend, are you privy to the interview that he had on, what was that, CNN or Good Morning America, one of them?
I listen to him here and there. I really have zero respect for him anymore. I tried to spur him, but dude's a liar. He's a clout chaser. He's doing all these interviews with all these places. That's clout chasing. Bottom line, his crew and my crew ran into each other in the club about 3 weeks ago after I had spoke on him because I had said some disrespectful things about him because it was how I felt. I wasn't personally trying to disrespect him, but they did come out disrespectful. But it was just my honest opinion about him. So we was in the club. His people was in the club. You know, he had about 20 people with him. I had about 20 people with me. Plus I had people outside, and we was like it's face to face. It went down. And I told him exactly how I feel. And then he said something about me being disrespectful. I told him straight up. I said, if you feel that way about me, we can go outside and handle this. He didn't want to go outside and handle it. But at the end of the day, we found common ground. We talked for about 20 minutes. We found common ground about 17 minutes in. After all his dudes is trying to amp it up, and my dudes is wanting to do their thing too. Plus, his pistols all in the club. You know what I mean? Like his guns all through his place. So it was about to go down, and I thank God that it didn't. But we was face to face, and about 17 minutes into us talking, Kenneth Walker, me and him found common ground. He looks me in my eyes and he tells me straight up, he said, I know you want justice for my baby girl. I said, I really do. And I just simply want you to tell the truth. He looked me in my eyes. He told me straight up. He said, I don't discredit anything that you're saying. I said, bro, you just need to go on and tell the truth. The dude holler, I don't even know what happened. I didn't even see it. Told me that. Then I get a a Facebook message from Breonna's uncle. I put it all over Facebook. Breonna's uncle wrote me and hit me up and said something on the lines of, we was forced to take the money. They made us take the money and our lives was threatened. I put it all over Facebook. I'm like, can somebody fact check this if y'all think I'm lying? He was like, they forced us to take the money and our life was threatened. I'm like, boom, there you go right there, folks. Who is they? Is anyone going to ask the question, who is they? I mean, it's crazy, man.
Again, family, in the comment section, you can you will find brother Kendrick. You will find his Cash App. You will find, as he said, his Cash App is to help those who have lost their job in support of him. You will also find his IG page, which is King Kendrick Wilson. His Facebook page, Lamar Wilson, and his YouTube link is in the description. Also, I also been sharing it also within in the
right,
chat.
I got some breaking news tonight, man. Like I'm new to this whole internet world. Like I was just a basic dude, IG and Facebook, but I got some breaking news, man. I'm very excited about it, man. I just started a podcast. So if y'all look on that Anchor app, my podcast is called The Package, man. I'm gonna be talking about everything, but right now, I'm gonna just be talking about Breonna Taylor. That's it. But I got a wide range of things that I can talk about. But until Breonna Taylor get justice, that will be the focus of my platform. So y'all check me out under the Anchor app. It's called The Package. Everybody's free. It's free to listen. I'm looking to crack this case right through that app. Because listen, folks, the only thing that this case is missing is supporters knowing the truth. Once they realize that the general public, this is about the masses right now. That's why they deleted my old Facebook. That's why the mainstream media is not reporting this story. I got recordings of Breonna Taylor's lawyer admitting to this stuff that I'm telling y'all. So in the mainstream new media is not putting this stuff on the media. They're trying to cover this up. So if we all share this story and it gets bigger and bigger, she's gonna get justice. But it's about us. It's about this word up, because at the end of the day, the United States is weak when the masses know the truth. They're strong when the masses don't know the truth. And right now, a lot of people don't know the truth. A lot of people.
Absolutely. So let's, who have been supportive on the social media front, those who have influence with getting your story out. I remember seeing you as I was researching, like, and believe it or not, bro, your story, quite a few people that watch Morris World TV was asking me about you, before they even realized that I had already covered your experience with Hankerson. And they started asking me about you. And I noticed that you did a story, I think what that was, NOI or something. You was like near a bridge or something like that. How many people have been supportive that has influence on social media?
The Nation of Islam, they definitely supported me. I've done my biggest story with the Nation of Islam, Real STL News. Y'all can look that story up. That was the biggest platform that I've been on so far. As far as here locally, you want to hear something funny, man? The funny thing about this whole situation locally, comedians, the local comedians here in my city, a guy by the name of Luther Chauncey, a guy by the name of Rico Love, Roderick Love, a guy by the name of Donk. These are the guys who like really have supported me, and they all comedians, but they took time out to be serious and gave me their platform, which they got, a couple thousand followers, gave me their platform, interviewed with me, and helped get this story grow. We got local live streamers here. A guy by the name of Maxwell Mitchell. He has hundreds of followers. We got a guy by the name of Rad Hart. He got thousands of followers. We got a girl by the name of Tara Bassett. These are live streamers, people like me and you with cameras. They have not covered my story at all, and they won't, because what Tamika Mallory and Benjamin Crump and Until Freedom have done, they have infiltrated the protesters, and they have turned the protesters. They turned the protesters into people who make their campaigns look good. So they're actually been paying the protesters. So now the live streamers, the local protesters, none of them support me. They're all making it like I'm the bad guy. When I'm like, hey, y'all, I thought this was about justice. And I'm out here trying to get justice. Meanwhile, Tamika Mallory got the whole protesters here in Louisville. She just flew, I don't know how many protesters from Louisville to New York, right? She flew them to New York, all to promote voting. It's no longer about justice for Breonna no more. It's about voting. Now, here's my thing. She even had Breonna Taylor's mother talking about voting. Let me ask you something, bro. Somebody killed your son 5-6 months ago. You ain't got no justice. The attorney general is all tripping and doing corrupt shit. The police are clearly corrupt. What's going to be the last thing on your mind?
Man, I ain't tripping.
Oh,
I ain't
exactly. So Tamika Mallory and them, they got my whole city. They even listen, these people in Louisville, they know nothing about politics.
So let's do this. For those who are not familiar with that part of the story, give us a rundown. Who is Tamika Mallory? And then after that, I'm going to ask you another question about somebody's name.
I'll give y'all a rundown of what's going on. So Louisville started out, as y'all seen early on during the protesting stages, our protest was one of the best in the country, one of the most powerful ones in the country. Us in Minnesota, nobody was going harder than Louisville, Minnesota, okay? We was all over every mainstream news outlet. At the time, believe it or not, I was one of the guys that was leading that protest. I was the person who stood up, talked to the people, commanded the people, tell them when to go, tell them when to stop, gave them speeches, educating them about where we was at. I was leading. So upon me leading and doing all that, we get momentum. I led one protest, man. It was damn near 10,000 people. I looked at it, was as far as you can see on Broadway. It went all the way back. So I'm leading this protest or whatever. We're doing our thing. Louisville's starting to make noise. But what happened is they set up that thing that y'all know as Breonna Square, right across from our courthouse where they got that picture and her memorial at.
Mm-hmm.
When they set that up, people start bringing speakers down there. I knew right away what was going to happen. Speakers and microphone. I told the guy, and believe it or not, the guy's a Moor who did this. He's a young dude. I don't think he's a real Moor, but he claims he's a Moor. The guy sets up the speaker. He's talking and all this stuff. I'm like, look, bro, do away with that speaker. Get all that microphone stuff out of here.
Ain't no more.
Straight up. I told him straight up. I said, bro, do away with that, because what's going to happen is the local pastors and politicians who are corrupt, they're going to come down here and they're going to take that mic over. Because where's there's a mic, here comes a crooked pastor and a politician, and they're going to be trying to sell you some bullshit. What happened, bro? Exactly what I told him was going to happen. So then the pastors came down there. Before Tamika Mallory, the pastors came down there, and they start luring people back to sleep in the name of Jesus. And then what happened? Tamika Mallory and them flies in. They flies in, and then all the protesters that was down there supporting and seeing my passion and the spirit of the ancestors pouring all through my souls, they left too. I left. All the passionate people left. All the stupid people stayed. All the stupid people stayed. And then all the people that they can give a little money here and there, they stayed. One thing you'll notice about the Louisville protesters, if you go back and look at video, a lot of those guys, they look terrible. They was all dingy and all that. And I get it. You want to protest in your bad clothes. Now, ever since Tamika Mallory came in town, they got Gucci glasses on, nice outfits, nice clothes. Some of them even pulling up in new cars. They took these people and they paid them off. They paid them to get control of the protest, and they took it. They took it.
So what about now? Who is Tamika Mallory again? She's the leader of what?
Until Freedom.
That's my main man, though, bro. Come on, man.
It is what it is. Who? My son?
Yeah.
Listen. I had a lot of respect for my son. I follow my son's story, man. He's got a hell of a story. I was like, look, man, because I had talked to everybody. I was like, look, man, everybody I didn't talk to, they fake. But I know when I get the story to my son gonna feel me. He gonna get at me. Look, man, I went to my son, did this face to face. Now he can say what he wants to. If he's any real one, he's got to admit that I did this. If he's as real as I've always thought he was, in the way the internet was, in the way his prison story goes, he's a real one. Listen, I goes up to the dude face to face. I'm like, look, man, I was on Breonna's legal team. On top of that, I got dirt on that officer, Brett Hankinson. I knocked this girl down. Plus, I got videos, all this. I'm telling him everything I got. He's like, all right, bro, what's your number? I'm going to get at you. We talked for probably about 10, 15 minutes. We even took a picture. I got the picture. I'll send you the picture. Took a picture right beside him. And believe it or not, I even recorded the conversation. So we're sitting right there. I record everything. So we sitting right there. We talking about, he's telling me he's going to get at me. I'm like, all right, my son's going to get at me. I'm like, that's the dude. He's a real one. So a couple of days go by. Don't hear nothing. Then I end up writing him on IG. Don't write back. Then I end up leaving some comments. I start getting a little disrespectful because I'm irritated. And then I figured it out. I'm like, man, these people don't care shit about shit. They got one agenda. It's a political agenda. They're carrying out a political agenda. I don't care what anybody say. My son, before he came to Louisville, he was one of the guys I looked up to. His story is inspirational. His voice, he's powerful. But now he's corrupt. And I don't care what nobody say. I call a spade a spade. Anybody that's running with Until Freedom is corrupt or stupid. Pick one. You either don't know what.
I like the Muslim sister though, man. She real powerful speaker.
Hey, bro. Hey, that's a lot.
You know the Muslim sister with the hijab.
Hey, you know who else was a powerful speaker? Hitler. Hitler was a powerful speaker. Because you're a powerful speaker.
Hey, listen, family. Y'all got to admit, Moorish World TV brings out the breaking news and controversy. Y'all got to admit. Let me real quick, brother Kendrick. Last week we had I received a lot of calls for this too. Our sister Krista Muhammad, she made some serious statements about the breaking up of the new Black Panther Party. I mean, I had got some calls where people's like, leave that alone. They try to poke their chest out. Leave that alone. I'm like, what? Let's meet up. No, don't call me. Let's talk about it. But now we have Kendrick here, and he calling like Kendrick, such as myself. I see my son as a real one.
let me correct something too, man, because you mentioned something and it just made me realize I made a big mistake. You asked me about some of my big platforms I spoke on. Matter of fact, the biggest platform, well, one of the biggest platforms, because I think the Nation of Islam was the biggest platform, but I did also speak on the new Black Panthers Nations platform. Shout out to them. Let me tell y'all something, and I'm gonna be honest. And this man who's interviewing me, he can tell you this. I don't have any ties to any of these organizations. I
Right.
start utmost respect because I'm outside looking in. I feel like you're doing what you're doing for a good cause. I feel like the Black Panthers is doing what they're doing for a good cause. I used to think Grandmaster Jay was doing what he was doing for a good cause. I'm just an outsider looking in. I'm not a part of any regime, no political agenda or anything. I'm just a black man with a good heart. I've been interviewing a lot of people, and I still don't know exactly what they are, where they stand. Shout out to Delta General Django. I don't know that man personally and what's really going on in his life, but I know he connected with me, and the conversations we've always had have been nothing but real. So I want to let you know I'm out here networking and mingling with people. I even been trying to get a hold of the Angry Viking and talk to him because I believe if you're a leader, then you should speak to other leaders and you should try to find common ground. Because I think all of us, whether you're a racist, whether you're black, white, Mexican, or Asian, I think at the end of the day, we all want better. So we got to figure out a way to come together and try to see if we can find common ground on this goal and this journey to get better. And that's why I want to speak to people like Viking. I personally don't think Viking is racist. I know he's got a lot of racist followers, but I was a part of the Breonna Taylor movement in the protest. I don't think Breonna Taylor's protest is all about dealing drugs, but guess what? There's a lot of drug dealers down there. So we can't be judging people off what type of followers they got. We got to be judging people off what type of leadership they have. And it's too early on for us to say that Viking's a bad leader or anybody's a bad leader when we really don't even have any results. The only person that I can truly call a bad leader that I know 100% sucks at leading is Grandmaster Jay. And the only reason why I call him out is because he came to my city and I got to witness it.
Right. And only and
He completely
I
sucked.
want
How
only thing I like to add is that I do a lot of research, such as yourself, and I look at the history behind some of these people that have hitchhiked off of the Breonna Taylor story. You know what I'm saying? Angry Viking is one of them. He used that story to propel him into some sort of iconic stardom or hero within his own community. I have a serious problem with that.
I'm not
Grab,
I'm not I'm not knocking your research because you know what? I don't know that. But
absolutely,
one
but this
thing
ain't about Angry Viking.
no, hold on. No. We're gonna talk. Let's be real. I'm all about being real, bro.
Yeah,
Like
you
I
good.
don't prefer nobody. We're gonna talk. We can talk about fucking Obama. We can talk about Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. Let's talk. We can go down the list. We're gonna talk about Viking right now. I'm not knocking your research. Everything you just said about that man may be right. But the thing, what I look at, you got to understand, I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, ground zero, okay? What I look at is Grandmaster Jay made a threat to burn down the city. When
Yeah,
he,
we're gonna get with Grandmaster in a minute.
yeah, so Grandmaster made a threat to burn down my city. Angry Viking stepped up and said, and he's not even from Louisville. He said, no, you're not going to burn down that city. And
Right.
where Grandmaster was supposed to show up, Viking showed up and Grandmaster Jay didn't. So the little bit that I'm working with as far as judging him, he's a real one. And then I don't care what you or anybody else say. Every time the man talks, he's making sense. A lot of
Yeah,
these motherfuckers that's
only thing
talking.
I'm saying is, I feel as though that this is my personal opinion. I feel as though that our problem is our problem, and we got to fix our problem. A
Not
man,
that's
no,
the
no, no.
wrong,
But I mean, our problem, like Louisville problem, is a Louisville problem. Texas
wrong.
cannot fix a Louisville
That's
problem, I don't think. But let me say this about Angry Viking. If all of the murders and all of the oppression that goes on in Texas, if he would have stood up at least one time against that, then I would give him some credibility.
right.
But because this is a big story and you know you can't stop nobody from burning down anything, and you jump on the bandwagon and you shoot straight to stardom, after I seen that you have been trying to shoot to stardom in other different facets of your community and it never worked, same
But
way
here's
as Grandmaster Jay, I don't
hey,
trust the guy. But I don't
I,
want this to be about Angry
I
Viking.
I feel you, bro, but I'm gonna switch this back to me. I feel you. as far as that, because you've done your research on him. I haven't. But this is what I want to tell you. You can do the exact same research on me. And I got the same story. Before this Breonna stuff, I never stood up to nobody who got killed in my city. I never stood up and was an activist.
That's not true. That's not true.
I did.
You stood up for yourself. I knew about you standing up for yourself.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't no clout chasing. It was, I
Right.
know this guy is dirty. He's got me as a mark, but I got him as a mark. You
Right.
stood up for yourself. So,
Right.
in other words, you have a track record in doing what you're doing that the world didn't know about. Only thing now, the world know about it. You got a track record though, bro. When I read them stories, I'm like, this brother's a genius. Why wouldn't I think of that? I know somebody targeting me, but I got somebody else with the camera. Like, you stood up for yourself. So, I mean, but that's another story. Let's get to Grandmaster Jay. Why didn't Grandmaster...
You, me, everybody who's on platforms and leaders, we all need to talk at least one. Like, this is me and your
conversation. I agree. I think you should talk to everybody too, bro.
Me and everybody eventually need to talk. Me and Grandmaster Jay, we done talked, what, 4-5 times now? Total, me and Grandmaster Jay. I end up hanging up on him. But at the end of the day, all people who are supposed to be leaders are who are trying to be leaders. We need to communicate some way or some form. Because here's the thing. If I find out that Viking is on some bullshit, I'm going to call his ass out too. But
100. But listen, my thing is this. Let me say this, Brother Kendrick. Grandmaster Jay was able to organize through the internet now. Now, it was an emotional organization to get people come together with them guns like that and to get everybody to put on black from different gun clubs, official gun clubs, from official... I don't think there were many official militias because people didn't call themselves that until NFAC, but whatever the case may be, official groups that believed in the Second Amendment. He was able to pull that off by the way of the internet. Now, I believe he's a fraud. I believe he's an agent. I heard a recording where you were trying to get him to use his influence to help get the word out. And it seems as if he would not, in no way, shape, or form, just say, okay, let me put you center stage.
You know why?
Why is that?
Well, because like Grandmaster say, and I was saying it before him, he says his chest not checkers. Grandmaster Jay realized that I am a threat. I'm a threat to him because at the end of the day, the shit that I speak and the strategies that I come up with are real and effective. If that man, I put a double chess move on him. See, he play basic chess. See, I break the rules when I'm playing chess. I do moves that are not within the chess board. You know what I mean? So basically what I did to this man, I pulled a double move on him. So I put him in a situation to where when we was talking on the phone and I hung up on him, then I went live and I told him when I see him, I'm going to smack the shit out of him. I put him in a situation to where if he says my name, then people are going to come. They're going to come because he's got the masses follow him. Remember, I told you this is all about the masses. He knows he's got the masses. He knows I'm just up and coming. So he won't say my name because he don't want his people tuning in and finding out about me. So he's not going to say my name. He's not going to say my name. But at the end of the day, I'm going to surpass him. I'm going to be a way better leader than him. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be effective with every move I make. I'm not going to be like carrying out political white supremacy agendas. I'm not. And I hate to say it, Grandmaster Jay is a puppet, and I figured him out. The dude don't even have no power, and I'm of the belief he don't even know what's really going on. He's just a dude that's benefiting from better cars and bigger houses. That's it. That's
Absolutely. The thing is that a person like Grandmaster Jay is definitely a puppet for who we probably would never know, but he's definitely a puppet. But my thing is that if he's in Louisville and you had a conversation, what was his rationale of not supporting? I remember hearing one thing on a call where he said he wanted to see all that you had, and he was going to something fly you out or something like that.
And my thing is, what are you going to do with it? What the fuck am I going to give it to you for? I've already proved that it exists and it's real. I'm not giving you shit. Why would I give you the evidence, bro? Like, what are you going to do with it? All I need you to do is get the world to tune into me so the Supreme Court and because the cameras go wherever the NFAC goes.
Absolutely.
So take your cameras, And I told him straight up, I said, look, if you want the evidence, how about you set up a meeting with Sam Aguilar? You go to his office and tell him and demand him give you the evidence, unless y'all gonna burn this motherfucker down, meaning his office. Why don't you
now,
do
they are friends though at the end of the day, though. They are friends at the end of the day.
Exactly. And
Yeah, Grandmaster Jay, they all friends at the end of the day.
anybody who listens to the phone conversations, because I had two, anybody who listens to those phone conversations, they'll know straight up that he's a fraud. He's a fraud. He kept trying to get his man around me. Yo, well, we need to get you some protection. No, the fuck y'all can come to my city on behalf of me, but ain't nothing close to me. I'm being protected by my circle, by my family, my day ones. I'm not ready to let NFAC, then one of you motherfuckers drop a gun and claim that y'all accidentally dropped a gun. My motherfucking brain's blown out because y'all didn't accidentally assassinate me. Hell no. Y'all not coming nowhere near me. Y'all can come to my city and be like, y'all heard on behalf of Kendrick. Yeah, do that, because that gets the camera and the news and everything here. But ain't none of y'all gonna know where I'm at. No.
Man. So do you think that Grandmaster Jay is, because many people, I was on a phone call with somebody just day before yesterday, and they was like, how do you know he's an agent? A prominent person in the community. I'm gonna finish the conversation before I even go public with it, but a prominent person in the circles of the so-called Black Power uplifting movement. And he said, how do you know that he's an agent? I say, brother, everything points to that this guy is most likely than not an agent. And he was like, don't you think that could be slander? So I want to ask you, do you believe that Grandmaster Jay is an actual agent? I'm talking about literally getting cut the check and directing the traffic.
I think
I believe he is. I'm gonna tell you off the break.
At the end of the day, we're using the wrong terminology when it comes to explaining what Grandmaster Jay. First of all, Black people don't identify with the word agent. When you use the word agent to the Black community, we immediately think about Man in Black. I think Grandmaster Jay is an instrument. He's an instrument that's being used to carry out white supremacy agendas. The bottom, I judge him off his body of work. He's put out I didn't judge him right away. I studied him. I went to Washington, D.C. I was on the front line of the Million Man March before anybody. I was right there. I was the first person up there. I watched Grandmaster Jay and them run up her. They was only about 20 to 25 deep. And I watched them put on and get all organized strictly for the cameras. And I'm like, man, look at this shit. Right before my eyes, I just watched them put on a Hollywood set. They said, ready, action, go. I watched it with my own eyes. Then, while they was on the front line, I go up and I try to talk to him. Again, for the second time, I go up and try to talk to him. And he just blows me off. And then one of his people's like put their hand on my shirt because I was too close. And I smacked their fucking hand like, get your fucking hands off me. I'm strictly trying to get this man some valuable information. They just kind of, got me out the way and went and talked to me. Then a week and a half later, he comes to Louisville. He's walking down the block. This is how I know I'm doing the right thing and the universe has guided me. He's walking down the block right in front of my daddy's house, just stumbling down the block. Nobody knows he's here. Nobody's made an announcement. He's only 4 people deep. I'm walking up the sidewalk and it's getting clear and clear because they had their guns and shit. It's getting clear and clear. I'm like, oh shit. Is that the NFAC? I'm like, damn, that is the NFAC because I know that block. That's my daddy's block. So I knew what was going on the block. We get close. I'm like, shit, that's them. I go up to him. Dude got so comfortable that he made all his dudes stand down, put their guns down and everything when we talk. We talked straight up. Talked to him, told him straight up everything that I had, all the information. He said he was going to get back with me. Never got back with me. Gave him my number. He gave me his assistant's number. Me and his assistant text. I texted him weeks later. I'm like, what's going on? Y'all said y'all was going to get back with me, man. I got this information. Then the situation goes down where the 12 million and then they dropped the wanton endangerment charges come out. Then I'm texting them, blowing them up again. And then that's when I start making sure that I record every single thing they were saying. So I started recording a conversation. I had like 5 total phone calls with the NFAC. 2 of them with Grandmaster Jay, I believe. And LeBron was on a 3-way call, and Jay was just studying me and listening at the time. Wouldn't say shit, but he's on the phone. So I end up hanging up about 26 minutes in. They called me back the next day, and it's Grandmaster Jay. He's like, look here, brother. He was like, man, I know you mad, man. He's like, you hung up on us being cool and shit. He's like, I know you mad. But his whole damn conversation was geared on, I need your evidence. I need your plan, man. I need to know how you're doing this. What you gonna do? I need to put some man
Woo.
around. Only thing I need is your cameras, because this is about the masses, and you got them. Get your cameras. Tell your people. I said I don't have to do it. You tell your people. You tell your people that there's corruption with the Breonna Taylor case, and to this day he hasn't spoke on it. He hasn't said nothing about the corruption, and he's not.
And that's one of the problems. That's one of the problems that I had, because when you look at a Grandmaster Jay, that when you listen to yourself and you say, you know what, we're going to get this to the Supreme Court, you have a goal. You know what I'm saying? It's just not coming live on all of these platforms, bigging up yourself, da-da-da. Okay. At the end of the day, we're trying to get this to the Supreme Court. That's your goal.
Right.
But if you would ask Grandmaster Jay a goal of what he was trying to do and take people, it changes every day. 1 minute is give us Texas.
Right.
The next minute, we're going to Africa. The next, it changes every day. And so when he organized what they would like to call a formation in Louisville, all the threats that he made fell on deaf ears, if you will, because nobody
He didn't carry out nothing.
wasn't going to carry this out.
Let me tell y'all something. When Grandmaster Jay came to Louisville, he made everybody raise their hand and do some type of bullshit swearing in oath, all right? Had everybody repeating it. Everybody's repeating this shit, right? One of the things that he said in the oath, that he would be here for this city, not only for police brutality, but for black on black crime, right? Let me tell y'all what happened. When Grandmaster Jay left on up to this point, to this very day, it has been the worst in Louisville history. We've had more people killed from the day he left to now in the history of Louisville, and he has not came back one time on behalf of the black on black crime that's going on here. But I'm gonna tell you, when he did come back, he came back about 2 weeks ago to congratulate our new police chief.
No, he didn't, bro.
You think I'm dead serious? And he did not say nothing to me. Didn't call me and say, this is a couple days after we had talked. Didn't call me and say, I'm in town. I just want to let you know I appreciate what you did, standing up and telling the truth. Nothing. He came, but look, not only he came and congratulated the police chief as a surprise, right? Because they brought him as a surprise guest, a guy by the name of LeBron. When LeBron brought him in, LeBron had a relationship with the police department, right? They have now outcast LeBron and kicked LeBron out of their little relationship circle, and they made Grandmaster Jay pretty much leave that meeting. They did not want him there. So he came here to congratulate some people that did not even want him there. Can't make this shit up.
So he came to congratulate the new police chief?
I can't make this up. Didn't come to say, hey, Louisville, let's speak about the black on black crime and how more people done died since I left in the history of Louisville. He didn't say, hey, Louisville, I want to come and let y'all know I stand with this brother Kendrick Wilson and his bravery. Nah, he came to shake hands with the pig.
And did this make the morning mental? did he tell people about this?
By the way, I've never even watched that shit. Like, as soon as I listen to dude talk, because he's poison. Because here's the thing, dude. The dude talks a good game. So you got to understand what poison is. Poison, dude, it's good. That's why that's why it works. Like when someone gets in your like pastors are poison, bro. But you got so many people who go to their church because it's good. It makes you feel good. They have tricked you into believing this shit that they're talking about. They are selling you Bible verses and scriptures in the same raggedy ass sermons every fucking week, and then have the nerve to gouge you for 10% of your check. Dude, that is fucking poison, and that's what Grandmaster Jay is. He can reel you in. He's got a mouthpiece. He's got a vocabulary. He's the Stephen A. Smith for protesting. He is must-watch TV, but you know what? I'm not watching that shit. Fuck him. I know exactly what he's out to do. I know what his agenda is. I've studied him, and from here on out, I won't pay attention to the dude. If I heard anything about him, it's because somebody told me. I don't pay attention to him because I realize he's a pawn. He has no power. Matter of fact, he's not even on the chessboard. He's a cheerleader for corruption. That's it. He's not even a pawn.
So all of the serious people that have joined him for serious needs, I mean, for the need to represent the liberation of our people,
let me tell you something. He's took advantage of. He's took advantage of because you know what? I got a lot of respect for his soldiers because at the end of the day, they're gonna be the ones if shit ever really went down. They're gonna be the ones who's doing all the shooting and
Absolutely.
so I respect every single soldier that's in the NFAC because I believe that they joined that situation because they thought they were standing up for black people in the culture and it sound good. Because you know what? I initially wanted to join that shit. They came off as big brothers. I've never in my life seen the black culture have a big brother. So I was like, those are our big brothers. When we getting our ass kicked, here comes our big brother. We got a big brother now. That's what I thought they was. It looked good. I believe a lot of people joined the NFAC strictly because they thought they were standing up to white supremacy. They didn't realize that they was being used. Now, some of them are waking up, and as you can see all over the internet, you see ex-NFAC leaders coming out and speaking because they're waking up. Those people was taken advantage of, and they was used as political pawns. And they thought they were standing up for black people, but really they was being used to carry out white supremacy agendas.
Absolutely. And I agree 1000%. That's what my research showed me because there is no way on this side of heaven that one would go and ask for permission to do what you're naturally right. He said, you ever hear him talk about the Second Amendment? We have a right to bear arms. He talks about that for about the guns. And rightfully so. But you also got the right to assemble. Why are you asking these people to let you assemble? And then you got barricades all around you for you to assemble with your people. That's a red flag to me.
If you give me 3,000 soldiers that's really about that action, I'm telling you right now, 3,000 soldiers about that action.
100.
First of all, he's using them wrong because you got to understand. Listen to this idiot. He's an idiot. You try to form a black militia, and then you're going to try to be a threat directly to the government. And the way you're going to be a threat is you're saying gunpowder. First of all, you idiot, the moment that you or any of your fucking soldiers shoot any type of government official or act like y'all really got a war going against the police, you know what's going to happen? Roger 21250. We need a F1. What the hell is a fighter jet? We need a fighter jet to come in. They're gonna fly right over whatever fucking city you are. They're gonna drop a fucking bomb, and here goes the whole fucking NFAC. Not one soldier on the U.S. Side gonna die. Not one police gonna die because they're gonna bring a fucking fighter jet as soon as y'all think y'all going to war against the government for it and blow all you motherfuckers up. See, what you should have been using those soldiers for is changing the mind frame of black people and how they think. See, what I felt, what I didn't understand is you got sisters. You got sisters involved in your militia. It's cool to let sisters participate, but it's not cool to put them on the front lines. What he should have been doing is anytime he went to any city, yes, the sisters will go, but you sisters are more powerful by going to the hoods and speaking to these young black women who don't know how to be a woman. I need y'all to travel with me, but when we get to the city, your job is to go and mentor a girl for a day or speak to a female black audience for a day. You know how much shit can be learned in 24 hours if you take a real woman and put her in front of a broken woman? I've been met guys on trains. I done met people on planes that I talked to for 1 and 2 hours that's changed my life. Put somebody in front of me for a period of 7-8 hours at a time and that's mentoring me and giving me the game, you can change a little girl's life. You can change her life forever. What he needs to be doing, he needs to take these black sisters. If a black sister is brave enough to carry a gun and possibly go to war in the name of the culture, she's got to be smart. She's got to be passionate. So why don't you take that passion and that bravery and stick her in the hood and say, I need you to go down in the hood and speak to these young, teach them that it ain't about no WAP. It's about this. All these Cardi B files. You know what I mean? Make some of these little girls look up to NFAC sisters. You know what I mean? You taking all your soldiers, but he needs every single body he can get to make it look good. Oh, we deep. We deep. Look at us. We were 3,000 deep. We was 2,500 deep. That's all he care about is being deep.
Absolutely. And let me tell you something. And I hope that they're watching and I hope they don't take this the wrong way. But I can't wait to the people who were mistakenly shot when the gun went off, ready to tell their story.
Yeah.
Because if people only knew these people were abandoned, bro. They
Yeah.
were abandoned.
And
And
one thing I said, Jay, that I couldn't believe, and then somebody showed me the evidence. They said the dude was staging events. Like he was out at like an Applebee's and something, and he had a dude come up and act like it was smoke, and then they handle it, and then come to find out all that shit was staged. I said, damn, dog, dude's that thirsty for power. You willing to take it that far? And then, I seen him, I seen a little snippet of him, man, and he had his turtleneck on, and I'm like, dog, you're not even identifying with your people with this
we ain't
turtleneck.
rocking that. We
He
ain't rocking the turtleneck.
off with the turtleneck, bro. I don't knock the turtleneck, but be attractive to your people. You out here running around with a turtleneck,
Hey,
you about to be a damn
bro, when I come to
Facebook meme.
Louisville, bro, when I come to Louisville, I want you like, come on, brother Bay. Bro, let me just give you one of these Team Kendrick shirts. You can't rock that on these parts. Give me one of Team Kendrick. So, bro, can you real quick give us a quick run through of maybe paint the picture of what took place from the time of the fake warrant thing. Have you been able to examine the warrant for Breonna Taylor?
Yes, it's fake. Yes,
it was the same thing,
bro.
That was issued to you.
Okay, look, man, because that's what I'm saying. I should never even said nothing about it, because they're gonna try to fix it, but there's stuff on the internet and they slowly taking it down that shows that it's fake. But yes, man, it's fake. I've examined. It's fake. It's fake.
It's totally fake. And
listen, bro, think about this. Think about this. Think about this. Just think. They gave these people $12 million and they said the police did everything right. You know what the settlement was for? To destroy the evidence. That was in the settlement. All the evidence that y'all got must be destroyed.
Wow.
I'm sick because Taylor's mother is participating in this shit. First, I thought, okay, she might be participating in it because she don't know about it. I spoke with the lady face to face at the Million Man March in Washington, D.C. I told her straight up, man, I got justice for your baby girl. I need to talk to you. I know you're busy right now, but listen, get a hold of me. I'm on your daughter's legal team. I need you to get a hold of me because I'm not sure if you know what I know. Got a hold of her auntie. Talked to her auntie face to face. Then I text her auntie. Went back and forth. Bro, they don't want the truth. I'm like, God damn. So I know they're in on it too. They don't even want the truth. It's sickening, man. And then you're going to have the nerve 3 days ago to be in New York City and talk about a fucking vote? What? What the fuck has voting ever done for us? Ever.
I can say this. I remember in Baltimore when Freddie Gray got his spine broke by the police here in Baltimore. And we were out there, not as deep as, Louisville came out, but, he's out there. Right. You might have seen it on the news. It was real heavy here in Baltimore. And when they cut the check to the Freddie Gray family, it was a lot of talk that the family took the check. It was hush money because they maybe had substance abuse problems. Was it that sort of poverty going around in that family or anything? And I'm just asking. I don't want anybody to say that I'm accusing the family of anything. I'm only interviewing and asking questions so we know, have some perspective of what type of it's kind of hard when you're in poverty and you have some substance abuse issue not to take the money for some people, I would imagine.
I don't her mother having any substance abuse issues, but I will say this: she lives in poverty. I mean, she lived in a part of town, so I mean, she never had much. I guarantee the woman never had over $50,000 in a bank account. I mean, at the end of the day, $12 million to 99% of the Black culture is a lot of money. So I understood, the fact that, she's taking this money and she's about to be in a position to put her family and everybody around her that she cares about in a better situation financially. But at the same time, I could never understand doing it at the expense of covering up your daughter's murder. I could never understand that. I could never rock with that. I don't think there's too many situations in life where I'm going to turn down $12, but that's one of them. I'm not taking no $12 million and covering up my own flesh and blood, my kids' murder. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Not doing that.
So you think so you're saying that the I'm only asking a question because this is a tough one, because I don't want to be the one to say like, yeah, the family. So you're saying that from your research and from what you've discovered, that not only the police department, not only the judicial system, but even there possibly may be some involvement with the family as a cover-up.
That's not what I'm saying. You use the word possible. I'm telling you 100%.
That'd be nice, brother.
Bro,
That's a tough thing, brother.
bro, 100% her mother's involved in the cover up and Kenneth Walker. Listen, bro, I leaked a video, a phone conversation of Sam Aguilar, who's the first attorney she called and hired. I leaked a phone conversation of him admitting that they just covered this shit up. And she still hired him. I mean, she's still rocking with him and letting him stand by her side. They was all just in New York together. She hasn't came out and said nothing about the body cam footage that was released. Nothing. You know why? Because she can't talk. They signed a protective order, which is the same as a gag order. She can't say nothing about nothing when it comes to her daughter's case. Nothing without their permission. The enemy, the opposite, the people, the police department, they can say, all right, we'll let you say this, but don't say nothing else. She has to get permission from the police department and the Louisville Metro government and all that stuff, the representatives here locally, government officials. She got to get permission before she say anything because she signed a protective order. I got Tamika Mallory on camera after they signed the protective order. Tamika Mallory lies to all the protesters in front of the Attorney General's office and tells them, y'all all talking about they got a gag order. There is no gag order. Yes, there is. It's just called a protective order, which works exactly like a gag order. Another word.
So I actually heard the tape. Let me see real quick. I actually heard the conversation with you and Sam. Is it on your Facebook page?
It's on my Facebook. It's on my IG. And I believe it might be on my YouTube too. But yeah, it's on my Facebook, Lamar Wilson.
Yeah. Well, family, somebody say pull it up. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to pull it up within the next few minutes. But I actually heard it. And I heard you saying to him, basically what you said here, the same thing. Like, listen, if you're a part of the cover up, I'm gonna be your worst enemy, basically, in all intents and purposes. Do you have any conversation with Sam now?
It's funny. Sam texted me probably about within the last week. He texted me. Let me see. Let me see if I can read this to you. He texted me. Okay. Which phone I got on there? Oh, okay, I got that phone on there. Hold on. Let me see. That's funny. Yeah. So if I hold my phone up here, can y'all?
Hold up. Let me see. I'm gonna give you the screen.
Let me find it real quick. You can talk for a second. Go and fill it in.
Oh,
wow,
yeah. So yeah, I actually heard it, family. But if you go to his Facebook page,
you can go ahead.
I don't know where did I seen it at, but I've heard it. It was a little while ago when I heard it. Probably when you first loaded it, actually. So
yeah, I'm gonna let you talk. Look for this real quick.
Let me see real quick. So
the text message he wrote me.
So let's see what we got in the chat. Hey, let me get everybody to thumbs up, family. We have 467 people in the chat. We have 128 thumbs up. We should at least have half. I know 468 or 70 people in the chat. Even if you don't like Brother Tahaka Bay or Brother Kendrick, I know you have to be enjoying this information and enjoy being informed. So if that's the case, let's everybody give a thumbs up.
I'm gonna let y'all read this. Can y'all read this?
Let me remove.
Can you read that? This is from Breonna's uncle. You got that? Give me 1 second. Let me find the one from Sam Aguilar. And if you want to hear the phone conversation, here it goes. This is the phone conversation between me and Sam Aguilar. Nobody's gonna find it. Yeah. Steven fucking death threats last night from fucking mayor's head of security, Charles Alexander, calling my phone and fucking giving me death threats. Now you'll know who it is when you see him. Yep. Big bald-headed black dude. Head of security, 33 the guard, Mason. He's everywhere. Always quiet, playing in the background, but you always catch him right there on camera.
Yeah, I believe you. Well, I came out of Denver, so I'm thinking about my place. I haven't watched the video yet. That way, I don't have any problem with the video. I was sitting out the text, and he said, I'm a coward, so I figured I'd talk to you, man, so I'm out here. So keep on.
Sam, I'm scared to meet with you or anybody man to man. I've tried that. I've been trying to meet with you man to man for the last week and a half.
I know, and I've been pretty stressed out, Kendrick. And I got like I said, I got no problem. You have every right to be angry. You have every right to assume things. You have every right to think that I'm not out for.
Sam, you sold out. It's simple, Sam. You sold out, and I wasn't with that shit. And y'all can say it however y'all want to, Sam. You sold out.
I met somebody. I said, I think it hurts your feelings. When we took a settlement. We took it the wrong way.
No, it wasn't about the settlement, Sam. It was about the evidence that you and me had, and me and you put that case together, and we cracked that shit, and you did not put it out. That's what it was about. It wasn't about the settlement. It was about the fact that you did not get the information.
It makes sense. I think I've got a different mindset that you do on timing on this.
No, Sam, you let them get away with not having any charges. You let them get away with that.
Kendrick, there's something you don't understand. There's a big thing you don't understand. The problem is you fucking leak everything I tell you. There's something.
Sam, no charges was brought against them. There should have been charges with the shit that me and you had on them. There should have been charges. And on top of that.
Kendrick, you don't understand that about a week there could be charges.
No, I don't want to talk about could be. I want to talk about should be. I want to talk about should be. This is about should be. Right now, Brett Hankerson and the rest of those cops, which was over 20 fucking cops, should be sitting in jail facing murder charges. That's what should be happening. Let's stop talking about what could be, Sam. Let's talk about what should have fucking happened.
I got about 9 or 10 that are out there. I mean, I'm thinking, I don't think this was one.
So you know what? You're fucking 9 short. You're 9 short because only one fucking person is in trouble. And he's not even in no real trouble. I mean, y'all didn't even ask for the guy to be on home incarceration. Y'all didn't even put an ankle bracelet on him.
Real short. They all need to do. Do you really think that we could have got Cameron, or do you think that we get Cameron now?
Sam, this is what I know.
You don't understand everything that I showed you,
Sam, this is what I know. All you fucking people, Sam, you gave everything to Daniel Cameron?
Everything you and I talked
about. So why the fuck didn't you call him out? Why didn't you call him out?
Do you not think I've been calling him out? See what I did yesterday?
Okay, so look, answer this question. Since y'all keep on requesting for Daniel Cameron to put out the what is the chant that
transcript.
So y'all keep requesting for Daniel Cameron to put out the transcript. How about this? You put out all the fucking evidence that you got.
Do you not see what I put out yesterday?
You ain't put out what I put out. Put out all the evidence. Put out the video of Brett Hankerson in the apartment moving those cases. Put that video out.
Kendrick, it's going out in about 2 hours.
It's going out after I put pressure on you to put it out. The fucking thing should have been out before the decision.
Kendrick, it was out before the decision to the AG's office.
Sam, you should have fucking went to the public with it. The AG's not on our side, and you know this.
I know, but how can I go to the public with it? I would have been taken off the case right away.
Who gives a fuck? Is this about you making money or about you fucking getting justice for Breonna? Put the fucking video out all over the fucking social media.
Kendrick, I'm not worried about the fucking money. The millisecond that goes out there, I can't get this for Breonna because I put one thing out and then I'm gone.
What do you mean gone? You mean killed?
What's that?
What do you mean you're gonna be gone? They gonna kill you?
No, I get removed from the case. If I put
you know what? You know what, Sam? Well, you know what, Sam? I can promise you this. You put that shit out and you be the dude that gets removed from the case, but your evidence is the one that shows corruption. I promise you this. I will personally start a GoFundMe for you, and if you're the guy who got Breonna Taylor justice, you'll probably make over $50 fucking million off your GoFundMe.
I don't care about $50
Well,
million.
you're talking about getting removed from the case. What do you care about getting removed from a case that you're not bringing any justice?
Kendrick,
Sam, you tell me straight up. You fucking sold out.
Listen, let me finish. How would anything that I put out beforehand gotten Breonna justice?
Sam, you sold out. You did not put the evidence that me and you.
Answer the question.
No, I'm not answering no questions. I'm not answering your questions because you're an attorney and you come up with questions that are trap questions. I'm talking about facts. At the end of the day, Sam, me and you solved that fucking case in your office, and you did not put any of the body of work that me and you put out. You paid me $18,500 in 2 months for nothing. You didn't put none of that shit that I came up with out. None of it.
Kendrick, part of the reason I'm out here is because you never fucking told me that you put up the diagram, and I haven't watched the video because I don't want to hear what you have to say. Because frankly, I think I'd have a hard time with it. But you've been telling me forever that you drew a diagram of the house, and if you wanted to tell me, I haven't seen it.
You know why, Sam? Because you're too fucking busy going to pointless-ass meetings and kicking it with Tamika Mallory and all those motherfuckers and Benjamin Crump who ain't trying to bring no fucking justice instead of kicking it with the one guy who's the most passionate motherfucker in the world when it comes to getting justice for Breonna. You ignore me. You ignore me because you know I'm down to tell the fucking truth. And you're not on Team Truth right now. You're on Team Corruption. And I told you, and I meant this. If you was about justice for Breonna, I'll be your biggest fucking ally. But at the same time, I told you, if I find out that you're a part of Team Corruption, I'm going to be your biggest fucking nightmare. But now, I'm fucking Freddy Krueger.
That's fine. I'm not worried about that.
Oh, you better be worried. Sam, you better be worried.
Kendrick, why am I going to worry? Because if shit's going to happen, it's going to happen. So
Well,
I'm worried about it.
Well, there's nothing else to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to talk about. I'm not talking that motherfucker.
Yeah. So, bro, what do you say? What do you say to? What do your critics say about this?
So,
do you
the
have
funny
critics?
thing about
For number one, because I'm looking at the chat and some people say I'm not sold, but I've never heard any critics until I seen a couple people in the chat Cryptonomics say I'm still ain't sold. I don't know. So do you have critics?
I do.
What do the critics say? I haven't.
Oh.
I'm gonna keep it a buck, family. I'm not on. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck. From my research, the brother research is top notch from what I've researched, and that's not even with me giving a presentation. I'm an excellent researcher, and I actually vet everything before I even talk about it. And so I didn't heard that. I don't retain when I research something for the show. I just gotta. When I vet it, I just got to make sure that okay, it's sound, so I can, support it when I cover it. But with that being said, I haven't seen too many. I haven't seen no critics. Do you have critics?
Believe it or not, man, probably about 75% of Louisville. It was like 95% of Louisville. I got the number down to about 75%. Are pretty much hating and don't believe anything that I say, but that's pretty much normal from this for this city of Louisville, because this city is just like the hater capital. They hate on everything. But believe it or not, that guy I told you about earlier, who's a moral, He's one of my biggest haters. He goes live and make all these videos about me.
What's his name?
His name is Chris Will. Chris Will. You should have him on. Let the world see how stupid he is.
Chris Will.
But,
I don't know no more named Chris Will. I'm the biggest thing in the Moorish world. Nah,
his name is Chris Will. He's my biggest hater. At the end of the day, yeah, man. Look, it's crazy because look, let me tell y'all what I've done. I've gave y'all recorded phone conversations of me and Breonna's lawyer and him admitting to the cover up. I've gave y'all body cam footage when they told y'all there was no body cam footage. I broke down the scenario and I had a blueprint of the apartment that I built, a model, and I show y'all exactly how what they telling y'all is not even possible. I've done it all, bro. I've answered the call. I haven't told one lie when it comes to stuff. And people just want more. And I keep trying to explain to people, I can't give you more because more is not going to get her justice. What are you going to do with it when I give it to you? Absolutely nothing.
Right.
So I gave y'all what I gave y'all, and the stuff that I gave y'all is facts. And also the stuff that I gave y'all, they told y'all didn't exist. They said it was no body cam footage. Do y'all not remember that? I'm the person who leaked all the body cam footage. When they told y'all it wasn't for 6 months, they said it was no body cam footage. Right. Yes, there was.
So what else do you specifically what maybe Cryptonomics can explain what he's not sold on, because Cryptonomics is is a brother that watched the channel a lot. I just would like to know what he's not sold on.
Because I'm a black man that's standing up here doing what I'm doing. If it was a white man on TV giving y'all all these facts about the Breonna Taylor case, everybody be like, yep, I knew it. I knew it was corruption. Yep, it'd be go white man. But the fact that I'm black, nobody wants to believe anything that I'm saying. How do you not believe the dude? First of all, what y'all got to understand is I've been fighting and trying to expose that cop that killed her since 2016, but y'all wouldn't believe me. Maybe if y'all would have believed me, and the world would have took heed to the stories that I had already put out on the internet about this cop, then she wouldn't be dead. Nobody ever believes shit, and that's a part of the reason why the girl's dead. Y'all need to understand, I've been fighting the cop since 2016. I got a federal lawsuit pending against him that got took by the feds. So that's the issue. People don't want to believe shit. It's not like I'm some dude that just jumped on the bandwagon and I want to try to ride the Breonna Taylor wave. No, I've been trying to expose this cop. Been trying to do it.
Right. He said, Moorish World TV, I'm not calling him a liar or fake. I'm just saying I don't have enough to sign off on him. Well, my thing is this, Cryptonomics, I don't really sign off on anybody, but what I'm saying is that it really makes, like, I'm just saying with no hard evidence whatsoever. And first hearing about the case that the police went to Breonna Taylor's house, from off the break, that didn't make sense to me, because the brother that they was really seeking was across town. I think they said maybe, I don't know if they said 10 miles or whatever, but it was a nice little distance.
Part of town, bro, like 20 minutes away, bro.
Yeah, they say like 20 minutes away, whatever the case may be. And she had not been dealing with him for quite some time, some months or whatever it was. I don't know how much time it was. It was some time. And it just didn't make sense to me that all of a sudden now they want to include her with her ex. It just never made sense to me. Now, I didn't have no evidence whatsoever, but for Kendrick to come on the show and say something like, well, yeah, they go and get the D boy, and they say, where the bag at? And they say, okay, we got you. Tell us where the bag at, and we're going to let you ride. They go get the bag, and then they reduce the charges and let you ride.
Exactly.
Family, that's more reasonable than what we was given.
That's exactly what happened, bro. And here's the thing.
That just makes more sense in the dirty underworld.
When y'all talk to the hood in Louisville, when y'all talk to the hood, not these people that's on TV, talk to the hood. They've been doing this, that same crew. They done took everybody's money. It's what they do. They came to my house. When they came to my house, the first thing they said to my girl It had nothing to do with any drugs or anything. They said, where is the money? I got a best friend, a childhood who used to be my best friend, childhood guy I grew up with. They flipped him and turned him into an informant. He was an informant working for them, but then he came back to me and he told me straight up, only thing they want to know is where is your stash spot. They told me they're going to reduce my prison sentence if you tell me, if I tell them where your stash is. That's all they care about is the money, bro. They took over 200 and something thousand from my boy last year, 2 years ago. 2 years ago, 200,000 from my boy. Didn't even report it. They didn't even report it, and let him get out of his charges. It's crazy, bro. That's what they do. They're robbing people. They're robbers that wear badges. Riddle me this. When they came to Breonna Taylor's house, they was not in police uniform. On top of that, they was not in police cars.
Bro. I need to go back and watch that video.
They wasn't in police uniforms. They wasn't even in registered police cars. They was in cars that was registered to Tennessee and other counties. They was there to do a robbery. The cars that they was in didn't even have good tags. They was there to do a robbery, bro. They was there to rob that girl, and it went wrong. Listen, think about this. Watch Brett Hankinson when he comes back up. When you hear the phone conversation that they first had with Breonna Taylor's mother, they talked to her as if somebody killed her daughter. They was like, do y'all know anybody she was beefing with? Do y'all know why anybody would do this to her? What? Then when Brett Hankinson, pay attention, when Brett Hankinson comes to the door and he's talking to SWAT about what happened, he's going over Kenneth Walker's story, and he said, Kenneth Walker said he shot at the suspects, not at the cops, the suspects. They was about to make this story like somebody came there and did that. But then they realized it was too many holes and all the police was separated, and Manley got sent to the hospital, and his story wasn't going to align with what they was making up right there. So they had to fucking somewhat tell the truth, but tell a lie with it. It's crazy, man. You got to realize.
That's what I'm saying, Cryptonomics. That just makes sense to me.
You got to realize everything that happened with this situation leading up to before the shooting was unorthodox. They did everything wrong before the situation. Everything got done wrong. And then everything goes wrong? Come on, man. It's crazy, man.
And you mean tell me this type of corruption right here, though, bro, this type of corruption right here, everybody got to be in on it because it just makes too much sense.
Let me give you something to think about, okay? I want y'all to think about this shit right here. If you can't figure this out, then something is wrong with you. You know how many cops it take to do a raid? Normally, it's like 12 of them at least, right?
Bro, you got the one with the battering. You got the ones that's standing here. You got the ones in the outer perimeter. I mean, I don't know about that, but
how do you use your imagination and walk with me through this story I'm about to tell y'all? It's 7. They say it's 7 cops there, okay? They say it's 7. Watch what I'm about to show y'all. 7 cops. Officer Manley goes in first. Another cop comes in with him, right? And Brett Hankinson is on the outside of the apartment, running up and down. Officer Manley goes in, he gets shot. There's only one other cop in there with him that's shooting back, right? Now, Officer Manley shot, right? That other cop has to help him get out, right? How many cops got indicted for this situation? How many cops got involved in the situation, got rolled up? Only 3 cops, right? So you mean to tell me this? When it was going down and they all having a shootout, the other 4 cops didn't do shit. They just sat there and never done nothing? How is that? That's what they're telling you happened. They're telling you that why, mind you, look, listen, bro. Listen, bro.
You serious?
Listen, bro.
You
listen, bro.
serious?
Listen, bro. There wasn't 2 or 3 shots that was fired. There was over 30 shots fired total, right? So you mean to tell me while this motherfucking shootout's going and one cop actually gets shot, that the other 4 cops are just sitting there chilling, eating donuts and shit? How is that even possible? At what point does the other cops it's just a shootout going on and they're just chilling? Who does that? And there's a cop. It's technically, look, there's 3 cops that's involved. 1 gets shot, so it means 2 cops are down because the one that got shot got to get pulled out by another cop. And the other cops don't, and the other cop, which is Brett Hankinson, he's not even in the apartment. He's outside running, shooting out windows. the other 4 cops don't step in and just light the place up? Think about that.
Woo!
They said it was a shootout, and the other 4 cops who are part of the raid didn't even pull their guns out and shoot.
And who are the other 4?
Exactly.
Y'all ain't subscribed to Morse World TV. You crazy. Man. This is for real. Hey, bro. Listen.
I can give y'all more, but I'm not. I can give y'all more simple shit that y'all missing and questions y'all not thinking of, because I'm pissed off at y'all. I'm like, how are the people not thinking about this shit and asking these questions? But I'm going to just save them for the courtroom.
Right.
When I walk in the courtroom, I got one question that's going to stump the whole damn case. Everybody's going to be stupid, and the person to answer is going to jail for murder. If you don't got the answer, then it's going to prove that it's murder. If you don't got the answer, it's going to prove that it's murder. If you do got the answer, you're going down for murder. Watch.
So family, the Cash App is $Mycutcash. I just put it in there. Like he said, you know, he has people around him that he has to take care of.
People ain't gonna donate, bro. Black people don't.
So somebody, hold up. Let me test this. Diane Zulu, Brother Bay, I don't like that you are laughing. Diana Zulu, lighten up. Lighten up. When I'm laughing in the form of gratitude. I'm laughing in the form like I knew it. I'm laughing in the form of excitement that someone has the mental capacity to break this all apart, because we that look for the information only are giving fragmented pieces that many of us don't have the time to put together. But the fragmented pieces are there, and the brother has put it together. I think that's fascinating, Zulu.
Here's the thing, man. Black people, we are smart. Y'all got to understand, when we apply ourselves, we are smart. We are intelligent. But what we don't do is we don't do research. Anybody who does any research on this case is going to find out what I found out. It's not rocket science. It's just simply paying attention to detail. It's just simply, look, when you hear the story, don't just hear the story. Actually go get the blueprint of our apartments. That's what I did. I got the blueprints of the apartments. I laid it out, and I took my mind and I reenacted the story. And when I did it, I'm like, that shit's not even possible. And if you do it, you're going to see it's not even possible. It's not possible. It's not possible what they telling us happened. But Black people, this is what we do. We take the police's story and we just believe everything they say, and we go off their story. The whole fucking story's a lie. Not some of the story. The whole fucking story's a lie. The whole fucking story's a lie. Everything they told us, excuse my language, is a lie. Everything. The whole story is a lie. You mean to tell me that Kenneth Walker is sitting on the phone? He don't, at this point, when he's on the phone with the police, he don't know it's the police that shot his girl. You mean to tell me that he's sitting on the phone and Breonna's in the hallway? The door is lined up directly with the hallway. You mean to tell me he's on the phone after 20 plus shots just rained into his apartment, his girl get lit up, and he left his gun under the bed? He came back out not knowing if they're still in the apartment. First of all, because he ran, that's why he didn't get shot. He ran in the room. Who the hell's gonna run in the room and come back into the very hallway not knowing if the people are still in there? Then when you do come back into the to the hallway, you don't come in the hallway with your gun. You leave your gun under the bed. What? Come on, folks. You're not gonna let go of that gun for nothing. For nothing. The gun was found up under his bed, meaning he was hiding up under the bed.
Somebody said Morse World TV, it's no diss, bro, but peep it out. If you think this dude's saying something, wait till you see that and the evidence he shows. What I'm saying again, I'm going to tell you again, it makes more sense what he's saying than what they have given us. Do you understand what I'm saying? It makes more sense without him giving me anything, without him showing me anything. From the tapes that I've heard, from the little research that I've done, and what he is saying makes more sense than the fragments that they have given us
So
through the
why,
media. It's
why
all
is
I'm
it,
saying, family.
why is it, hey, riddle me this. Why is it that anytime a black man speaks, a black man has to have so much evidence, so much facts for y'all to believe anything, but a white man can tell y'all anything and y'all believe it? Y'all don't ever have questions for the white man. Y'all got all these questions for the black man, which I got the answers. I'm not worried about your questions because any of y'all can try to poke holes in anything I'm saying, and it's not going to leak at all because I've done nothing but tell the truth. And if you go to my Lamar Wilson Facebook page, you start at the bottom. It's only about 3 weeks old because they deleted my. This is how y'all know I'm telling the truth. They deleted all my platforms. I woke up one day, they was all gone because I was telling y'all too much. Now I got a new one. It's only 3 weeks old. Go to Lamar Wilson on there. Go to the bottom and work your way all the way up. You'll see. You'll see I've done nothing but told the truth. And I'm going to answer all y'all questions throughout my Facebook Live videos. You'll see. I've done nothing but tell the truth. That's it.
And shout out to Cryptonomics. I do my best to try to vet, and the only thing I'm saying is that in vetting brother Kendrick, I cannot say in confidence that his story does not make more sense than what they have given us.
Check this out.
This makes sense.
Y'all do y'all.
Not only that, all the recordings that he has put out, it makes sense. It just makes sense.
If you do your research as far as the hood in Louisville, okay, you do your, in particular, the Newburgh, North Fort area. That's where Brett Hankerson has terrorized these people, right? Newburgh, North Fort area. Listen, what I done with Brett Hankerson, I went 3-0. 3-0. That's impossible. On his home court, which is the racist Kentucky courtrooms. I went 3-0, not 1-0, not 2-0, 3-0. And on top of that, after all my stuff, I put a federal lawsuit on him that got accepted. Bro, it's unheard of. If y'all folks don't start listening, man, I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. I know what I'm doing.
Let me say this.
What do the number one case? Breonna Taylor was the number one case in the world. Her and George Floyd, back and forth. They brought me in. I don't have no college experience. I don't have no legal degree. They brought me in to work the case because of this. Y'all got to wake up, folks. I'm not here to lie to y'all. I'm actually going against the grain right now and put my life on the line to simply help y'all and uncover the truth and get this girl real justice because y'all said y'all want justice. Y'all said say her name.
Justice for Breonna.
Well, I'm giving it to y'all. And y'all questioning it. And then y'all not got no questions for the people who murdered her.
Right. So what do you think about the series that the brother just put on the screen, Thug Misses? I seen that series about Thug Misses where they said that she had rented the car, that she did this, she did that, and the third as it relates to the drug ring.
None of that shit matters.
Right.
None of it matters. That's what I keep listening. Okay, if y'all want to talk about Breonna Taylor's luggage, which everybody wants to talk about an ex-boyfriend, then talk about.
Let me say this, brother Cryptonomics. I haven't seen part 9, but I've seen enough to see that what they try to do is connect her to a drug ring, try to connect her to a crime. But she hasn't been convicted of anything. And the European will use that in a minute. Say, I haven't been convicted of a crime, and y'all just let it go. So come on, Cryptonomics. We can't do that.
Here's my thing. Why do we talk about Breonna Taylor's luggage and we don't talk about the cops' luggage? Do y'all not know I got video footage of Brett Hankerson planting drugs on me? I got video of him admitting he planted drugs on me. How do y'all talk about Breonna Taylor's luggage as black people, but y'all don't do y'all research and find out about the police's luggage? That blows my mind. I've done that.
I got the video here. I've done that. I got Hankerson planting. I don't have the video. Because you and I wasn't in contact at that time, but I done it right on this show. I looked at each and every one of the officers. I mentioned your name. I mentioned the video. I mentioned everything. And anybody watch Morse World TV, they will remember that. I even took it to the point where, as though in the close of the show, I was talking about how Brett Hankerson was in Florida vacationing and had the pictures with the two women side by side while they was mourning Breonna's death.
Talks about Brett Hankerson being in Florida or whatever, right? This is how cold I am. when they get back from Florida, the chick that he was down in Florida with, I got her on camera after they was down in Florida, kicking it with me. I end up getting her on camera. She was doing coke and everything and telling me everything about everything they did in Florida. And still calls my phone to this day because she don't know what to do. She's caught up in. I got recordings that I released of me and her all over the internet. You know what? Nobody makes a big deal out of it. I'm sitting around here trying to show people how I've literally infiltrated everything this man's done, and I'm undoing everything. Everything.
Well, we at 11:05 on the East Coast, brother. I think this was a phenomenal interview. I definitely would like to come back. I know brother Cryptonomics, he loved to do research. He loved to look into this social media phenomenon stories. And so I know he's going to email me some stuff. Brother, would you like to come up and do a follow-up show and answer some of the questions that maybe some of your critics have? I don't have none, but I know the Morris World TV audience. I think you did a wonderful job with your research personally. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to figure out what is the critique. I really don't see the critique. Like if you pull up her past criminal activity where no charges or no convictions, then that really is not a good critique.
I want people to go do all the research possible on me. You call around in my city, you can do whatever you want to me. I'll come back on because I want that smoke. Because at the end of the day, I know do all the research, find all the dirt you can, and I'll come back on. We put a flyer out that says, "Give me the dirt that you got on Kendrick Wilson." Blast it all over the country, and then I'll come back on and answer to that dirt.
Y'all got that? We gonna see. This is what I like about Morris World TV, because one thing I pride myself on, when anybody ever question anything that I say here, I say, "Come on, hit the link. Come on, hit the link." And Kendrick is saying the same thing.
A lot of people, and they don't need to know this, but I'm gonna let it be known to let people know what type of guy I am. I told you straight up. I said, "Dog, I feel like you on some snake shit, and I feel like this show is a setup, but I'ma still come on." Did I not tell you that?
Absolutely. But guess what? You didn't offend me because I ain't never been no snake. I'm certified.
Straight up.
But to your credit, after we talked today, you said, "Listen, man, people be on some snake. I don't know who's who." So, brother, I just had to say what I had to say. But I've never been no snake. I've never been no rat. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't offend me. And I know the pressure and the position that you're in with a story like this also. So you have to be skeptical. So I don't take things personal.
2 times in the last 24 hours, people didn't try to snake me. They get a little clout for an hour, then I come back and hit them with the truth. Here's the thing, man, which I got to understand about the truth. The truth is always the truth. It don't change. That's why I'm not worried about nothing. My story has been the same since day one. Y'all can come up with y'all lies. I'm going to unravel them. I'm a master at unraveling lies. I dare somebody get on here and tell one lie about me or try to even expose me. Watch what I do. I'm a good person. I know I'm a good person. Can't nobody take that from me. I'm telling the truth. Can't nobody take my truth and turn it into a lie. You can attempt to, but if you try to attempt to while I'm in your presence, I'm going to make you look stupid. So anybody who wants to look stupid, feel welcome to come up on the follow-up show and hit me with whatever questions you want to. And I promise you, off top, without even knowing what your question is and not even studying for it, I'm going to make you look dumb as shit. It's that simple.
Indeed, and that's me. I'm a solid guy. You know what I mean? I got people that vouch. I'm just a solid guy. I don't need to call them to vouch. Trust me, I'm a solid guy, so I don't take anything personal. And I'm here for critique too. If you doubt what I put out, come on, right. face me. And the brother's saying the same thing. So when y'all are ready to get busy and maybe have something credible, I ain't talking about no goofy stuff. Ain't no goofy stuff like bro. Somebody in the chat said, why wasn't no blood on Kendrick or something like that? Like, huh? Or the blood on? I think they was talking about. They might wasn't saying Kendrick, but did the brother boyfriend have blood on him?
Walker. She talking about Kenneth Walker. And look, I'll ask that question. Whoever asked that question was a great question, because what I need y'all to realize is He's standing in the hallway with Breonna, and she's bleeding. On top of that, there's a cop up the hallway that was bleeding who was shot. He walks out. It ain't about blood being on him because he had on all black. Blood should have been on the bottom of his feet. When they made him go down to his knees, they showed the back of his feet. Look at the back of his feet. There ain't a blood drop on there. So that's a great thing to point out. That's the type of stuff that I'm saving for the courtroom. But since somebody already mentioned it, look at the back of his feet. He walks out the apartment, no shoes on. There's not a drop of blood on his feet, and he just walked through all that blood.
But you know, and in conjunction to that, I found it amazing that through all of this, he had the presence of mind to call his mother. Bro.
His mother, he called Breonna's mother too.
Bro, that's the last thing I'm thinking about with all them gunshots.
Bro, you got to understand this. Look, let me explain something to you.
That just doesn't make sense.
Hey, check this out. The police gave their side of the story, and so did Kenneth Walker. They said he was holding a gun with two hands, okay? Jumped up out the bed, okay? They was in bed, ready for sleep. Boom, boom, boom at the door. First thing you think to do is what? Get my gun. In the midst of getting your gun, do you say, let me get my phone too? Here's my thing. You got to understand, when Kenneth Walker ran, he did not run back into the bedroom. He ran into the guest bedroom. How the fuck did you get the phone? How did you get the phone?
That's what he told CBS News.
How did he get the phone?
And mama even said, yeah, and when he called me.
Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. One more thing for y'all. Breonna Taylor. They already admitted him and Breonna Taylor's in the hallway together, right? Him and Breonna Taylor. Look, this is human nature, right? Him and Breonna Taylor's in the hallway together. They already heard somebody banging at the door, right? Kenneth Walker has two hands. He shoots the gun, right? One shot. Why would Breonna just stay right there? As soon as he shot, what's she gonna do? Duck off and run back in the room. Which she would have had the head start because he's still in shoot action and she's in reaction. So she's gonna run and get in the room before him. How does she get hit? He's able to shoot the gun, bring the gun down, tuck it, run, hold on to his cell phone, drop his cell phone, because he was holding the gun with two hands, run into the bedroom, and Breonna get hit with all the shots. It's not even possible, folks. It's not. You got to think. Kenneth Walker, Breonna had to be behind him if he's shooting a gun. He's shooting. She's got to be behind him. The hallway's tight. They couldn't have been side by side. She had to be behind him. When he shoots, he has to run up for a little bit. He didn't run into the bedroom. He ran into the next bedroom up. So he had to run up the hallway a little bit, then over to the guest bedroom. And Breonna gets hit and he don't get hit at all. That story, it's not even possible. It's not even possible. It's not even possible.
Brother. Bang. Come on, family. Come on, family. Y'all got come clean now.
No, he said,
I'm telling you that it just makes sense.
This is what the dude said. He said when Breonna got shot, he was holding her hand. So you mean to tell me you went from holding a gun with two hands, pow, then they firing all these shots, you hold her hand, and y'all fall down to the floor together, and she gets lit up, and you don't get hit. He said he was holding.
Oni Hall said, bruh, Kenneth Walker said Breonna shot the police. That was supposed to be the initial police report.
He switched it up, though. He switched the story up because he realized he can come off as a hero. He initially did say Breonna shot the gun first. He did. Right.
But
that's my thing. Like, how do you switch your whole story and nobody questions that? He switched his whole story. He said, yeah, Breonna shot. And the police was like, he was like, because she was scared. Now, after the police then got a hold of you and took you in, because you got to remember, he didn't go directly to the police station, folks. They pulled him over on the side of the road. What was that all about, folks? That everything in this case, nothing normal, normal.
I do remember that too. I do remember in that story that he got pulled over and then he said, my apology. And then he said that's when he really realized what happened when he got pulled over on the side of the road.
Even on his way to the police department, it wasn't normal. They pulled over. Then check this out. Check this out. The dude lies. When he comes out of the apartment, he tells the police, my girlfriend's in there dead. Did y'all not hear him say that? He told the police when he came out the apartment and they got him, what's going on? He said, my girlfriend's in there dead. Then when he's in the interview, he said, I didn't find out Breonna was dead until I watched the news the next day. Huh? What? You said on camera she was in there dead. It's crazy, man.
Man, that's crazy. Come on, family. I need everybody to thumbs up, man. We got to come back and revisit this. I'm going to go back and I'm going to look deeper into, and I got some more questions, not even to challenge, but so we can bring clarity, because I'm going to tell you, they fragmented this story in the public so bad that it's hard to put the pieces together. But here we go with a brother amongst us who was able to put the piece together. Again, thanks to Sunny Boxing Talk for putting the Brother Cash app in there. $ Mycutcash. Again, family, thanks to Sister Dolores that she's going to hit the Cash app, and all the other people that said they was going to hit the Cash app. I encourage you to hit the Cash app, because as he said, he has people that he's trying to make sure that they can supplement their income, and some of them don't even have income for helping him. So he is trying to assist them with that. And so King T said, did the police shoot their own, not Kay Walker? Is that true?
Brett Hankerson shot Officer Man. All right, so this is what I need y'all to know, man, because it pisses me off right here, man. Brett Hankerson shot Officer Manley. I seen the bullet inside of Officer Manley's leg. But what happened is, on his way to the police, on his way to the hospital, they brought in a private doctor. The private doctor, if you read the original, because the EMS in the hospital, they're not going to change their shit. The original EMS report state that there was no exit wound. If you read the police report, they're saying that there was an exit wound because they had a private doctor come in and remove the bullet from Officer Manley. Because if they would have got that bullet, they would have seen that it came from Brett Hankerson. So a doctor is in on the cover up because he came in and doctor up the wound and removed the bullet. So people need to be putting pressure. That's why I'm mad at Sam Aguilar. I'm like, you're not even telling people about the doctor, bro. You're not even showing pictures of the bullet. We got a picture of the bullet in dude's leg. And then next thing you know, they say the bullet came out. No, they removed that bullet, because if they would have left the bullet in there, it would have showed exactly whose gun it came from. Then on top of that, we got video, because the cops are not allowed back on the scene. The people who was a part of it are not allowed back on the scene because they're suspects, right? We got video proof of Brett Hankerson and his boss. After SWAT leaves the apartment, they go back in the apartment by themselves and start removing every fucking thing. All the shells and everything. They start removing them. That's insane. That's proof.
Did Breonna Taylor have gun residue on her hand? I think that was one of the questions.
No, bro.
Gunshot residue on her.
No, she had gun residue on her chest area because she was shot from point blank range. Listen, folks, she was executed. She was shot. They stood over her and shot her. Listen, y'all don't know this because y'all out of town. When it came to her autopsy, they even mixed it up and got it wrong and mixed her autopsy up with a different body, with somebody else that was killed that day. They mixed her body up with somebody else, with somebody else's body that was killed, I think, either that day or earlier in the week. That's what I'm saying. Everything that happened in this case was weird. How the hell do you mix up an autopsy? How do you do that? It was a white dude at that. How do you mix up a white dude's paperwork with Breonna Taylor's paperwork? The girl was shot from point blank range. Anybody who sees the gunshot wound and you know anything about guns, you're gonna know she wasn't shot from a distance. She was shot from up close. Stood right over and executed her.
So you actually been able to through the attorney was able to see the actual pictures of the gunshot wound?
Yes.
I had to ask, brother.
I'll tell y'all exactly what it looked like. In the proof that I got, because I'm a barber, the way that I know that they brought a surgeon in to hold on. Should I say this? Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. Fuck it. Fuck it. The way that I know that they operated on Officer Manley and removed the bullet. For one, I seen the bullet inside of him. But on top of that, the exit wound had all the hair cut off. The hair around the wound was cut off. So you got to cut the hair off because if that hair gets inside that wound, it creates a crazy infection. So they cut a little area about like that big from around the gunshot. And then they went in and created an exit wound and removed the bullet. The hair's missing. Why is the hair missing? Crazy, man.
So someone says, bro, a no-knock warrant even allows you to tear up the walls in a search for drugs.
I
think that makes sense, but to go on your own accord, wouldn't it? If I mean normal protocol, I don't know, but normal protocol when a police shooting, you pull the police out and then you send the investigators in. Wouldn't that be normal protocol? I think.
Let me explain something to y'all. SWAT was supposed to be there and go in with them on that warrant, right? SWAT got cameras. They didn't wait for SWAT to get there. The ambulance, anytime you do a warrant like that, a no-knock warrant, the ambulance is supposed to be right there on standby. They wasn't there. Folks, it was not a no-knock warrant. It wasn't a warrant at all. It was a robbery that went wrong. And then they tried to patch it up and turn it into like it was this warrant.
And now, in closing, and I'll let you have the last word, brother. All of these protesters, who is the leader of Black Lives Matter in Louisville?
Listen, all I know is this. Tamika Mallory is running the show. Tamika D. Mallory, the lady who is running Until Freedom, is running the whole show of corruption. She is the black lady that is carrying out the agenda of white supremacy. That is a spade of spades right there. I hate to announce that this black woman is doing this, but she is, along with Benjamin Crump, along with Attorney General Daniel Cameron, along with my son. They are black people carrying out white supremacy agendas. Once y'all start paying attention, y'all see exactly how the fuck do you have a thing out there in New York City and your focus is vote. When the cops just walk with the wanton endangerment charge, how do you leave the city? How do you take all these people in Louisville? They got people who are so uneducated following them, and then they put them on a campaign trail. They're going on a 9-city tour, a 9-state tour. That's what they announced. Taking all these protesters with them all over 9 states. How do y'all not know what's going on right here? This is all political agenda and white supremacy. This is it. And they using people who look like us to make them look deep. They pulling the Grandmaster J. They trying to look deep. It's crazy.
Do you think Grandmaster J, I gotta go back to the Grandmaster J. Do you think it's all orchestrated, one big circus fiasco, all of them in cahoots? Even Grandmaster J familiar with Tamika Mallory? Mallory familiar with that?
Before I talk about Grandmaster J, let me say this, because Grandmaster J don't deserve as much time as we've given him. Let me say this. Look, answer this question right here. Who in the black community has done more for us that's alive in the black community? Who has done more for us than Ice Cube? Name a person who's done more for the black community and has been braver than Ice Cube. How are we going around talking about Counsel Ice Cube? This is Tamika D. Mallory and the Democrats that's actually leading this charge to Counsel Ice Cube. That man stood up with that whole NWA movement when it wasn't safe and when it wasn't popular and made it popular. That man has gave us laughter through all his Friday movies. That man filled in the blank when we was bored and the NBA had a dead period and gave us the big 3. That man has stood up for us in damn near every area of life. And now we got the nerve, because he's talking about sitting down and learning politics, and now he's trying to politic. Because that's all it is when you get to talking to these people. It's politicking. He's trying to politic, and now y'all got the nerve because y'all want to judge him off his plan and not his resume. Y'all want to judge him off his plan and not his resume, and people want to cancel him. How about this? We judge Joe Biden off his resume and not off his plan. Because all of y'all are picking up his momentum and trying to vote for Joe Biden because of his plan, but nobody pays attention to his resume. But when it comes to Ice Cube, y'all do it backwards. Y'all want to judge Ice Cube off the back of his plan and then forget all about his resume. That is insane, folks. How can you cancel somebody like an Ice Cube all because he want to sit down with Trump? That's what it takes. You ain't never heard the slogan, keep your enemies close? Do y'all not understand?
See, my thing is, we are so disillusioned that soon as somebody ready to sit down and talk, you think that they in cahoots. That doesn't mean that someone is in cahoots. If one is in power and control the power structure that have oppressed you, why wouldn't I want to say, Pharaoh, what we gonna do? What we gonna do?
Answer this, bro. Have you ever seen a white person counsel another white person for being a Republican or a Democrat?
Never.
Have you ever that shit?
Never.
Who
Never.
the hell black people that's what we got to do is counsel each other because of our political parties? That shit is insane, and that's black ignorance at its finest, bro. Black people, you know what? A white man is a white man, no matter what. No matter how you spin it, right? He's a Republican, a Democrat, he still got that white privilege. But we take our black man, and the moment he say he's a Democrat or he say he wants to talk to a Republican or whatever, it's canceled.
Absolutely. And then the flip side of that, if a brother decides or a sister decide they want to become a Republican, then they demonize them too.
Hey, folks, let me tell y'all something. The greatest story ever told in the best war that was ever won. It's a story about the Trojan horse. The way the Trojan horse worked, they had to get the horse on the inside. You never know. Candace Owens might be our Trojan horse. Ice Cube might be our Trojan horse. Just because you can't see their strategy or their game plan and they look like they are the enemy, don't forget at the end of the day, there's something that kicks in that's called black pride. They black pride can kick in at any moment. They can be our Trojan horse. How we ever going to penetrate the walls of racism if we don't get people on the inside? You know how they got us in Africa? You know how they got slaves? Use your mind. They didn't come over and just start catching us. They came over and got cool with us. They came over kicking it and gave us girls and gave us food. And next thing you know, they had to poison us or do something like that to take us. We're stronger than them. That was our land. They didn't know our land. There's no way they could have just came over and just took us. They had to infiltrate us. And that's the only way we're going to get the power back is if we infiltrate them. Y'all got to start using your damn mind.
Now you're giving up too much. Talk, brother. Woo! Well, you're talking like a Moor now. But nah, you've been talking like a Moor all night because you've been dealing with nothing but science, facts, and good common sense that really ain't so common. Anything you want to say in close, big brother? We've been here like, 2 hours and a half, brother. I enjoyed this. I would love to do it again if you are up to it. We got 470 people in the chat. I'm pretty sure once this go down, we should be going down. Let me check the stats real quick. And this what I want to do. That's right. I look at numbers because we need to make sure that the number reflects the algorithms. And so I want everybody to thumb up the video. Right now, so far, we have had a consistent, because you look at the numbers. I'll teach people about this in a minute. You look at the numbers where the people have signed into their account, and that'll be 461 people. But when you look at the people who haven't signed into account, we have 1,800 people actually watching in real time. You see what I'm saying? Because the 461 is those who have signed in. You know how you can watch without signing in? But then you have some who haven't signed in. So I ask those who haven't signed in, come back, click the like, come back, share the video, come back, hit the Cash App, come back and support the truth of raw media interviewing. And if you want to debate it, bring your facts. And the brother say he's willing to address it. And the Lord Taylor say, check your Cash App.
Okay, I appreciate that. Anybody who bless the Cash App, I don't care if it's a quarter, $1, I really appreciate it. Let me say this, man, because I'm a man, dude, and anytime, I open my mouth and I judge somebody, I'm owe the person an apology. I'm not the type person that don't do apologies. So let me say this from me to you, because I told you I felt like me coming on your show was going to be a setup. I told you straight up, I felt like you was a snake. First of all, I owe you an apology. This has been a beautiful interview. From what I've gained, you're not a snake. You're just a guy who wants the facts. I gave you the facts. Sorry, we got off to the wrong foot, but I believe we're going to build and we're going to do something great together. And I wish you nothing but success on your show moving forward. And I'm always down to come back on this show. And straight up from me to you, I apologize for saying that I thought you was a snake. It was an honest thought, but the thought was honest. So I
No,
apologize.
it's all good, brother. We in the social media age, bro, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? Delta got mad at me for some reason. I don't get, but I don't take this stuff personal. You know, my thing is I want people to be able to have an outlet for the truth. As I said to you, and I even laughed. I was like, bro, we need to give this story wings. You know what I'm saying? You said my story got wings, but I think that if I'm able to help to, if it got wings, let me put some air up underneath of it from what little group that I have and the support that I have on Morse World TV, brother. I think that you are a phenomenal researcher. For real, before I even met you, I think you are a phenomenal researcher. And I think if anything, people should be not only supporting you and getting this story out, but there should be somebody that's watching this and say, bro, let me get you up into some law school or something. And I don't know if you'd be willing to take that, or let me start you as an investigator or something. Because, man, I'm telling you, you are saying everything that the fragments say, but you just put the pieces together and paint a plain picture. It is.
This, man, because I got a side of the family that I don't really communicate with. And I would like to put some pressure on that side of the family on this platform that we got going right here. So everybody's watched Drumline. Y'all know the school, Atlanta Clark, the school that Nick Cannon, you know, the team that he was on, Atlanta Clark, Drumline. My cousin, my blood cousin, is the president of that university. I don't really have too much communication with that family, but I think when it comes to me going to law school, he could probably pull something off for me. So I put the pressure on my big cousin, George T. French, to try to figure something out, man, to get me in law school. Because I think I'll be, bottom line is Cochran's dead, man. Crump is corrupt and Cochran's dead. So y'all can use somebody, man. And I'll be more than happy to be that dude that stands up for the people. And plus my prices are going to be reasonable, very reasonable.
And plus you charismatic too. You know what I'm saying? That's what they don't like either. They think all of us should be, I mean, like I'm hyperactive, I'm animated. They think all of us need to be so stiff, you know. And nah, man, we are a soulful people. So you're charismatic, you got all the elements, bro.
Yep. Look, let me show y'all something, man. This is my role model, man. I actually got invited to his private funeral. Y'all see this?
Yes, sir.
That's Muhammad Ali. Y'all see that? That's Muhammad Ali too. Listen, man. Before that man ever got his roses and before he ever got his credit, 15 years later, after they realized he is the greatest, this is 15 years later, he was cocky, he was arrogant. They even said this man was a traitor. They try to say he committed treason because he wouldn't go over and fight. The bottom line is, I'm from the same exact city as Muhammad Ali. Y'all might not know this. I was a boxer. I went to the championship of the Golden Gloves in 2016. Bottom line is this, dude, I got a whole lot of Ali running through me. So you might see some cockiness. You might see a little dude who's super arrogant. You might see a guy who over talks. But at the end of the day, that's the spirit of Ali. I'm from this city. I'm the Louisville Lip now. I'm the new Louisville Lip, and I'm going to own it. I might not carry myself how you want me to carry myself, but at the end of the day, I'm going to carry myself in a respectful manner. I might have a little Kanye Westness to me. I might be a little crazy, but just know this. I know what I'm doing, because when I was talking natural and normal, nobody paid attention. So now I got to do things. America don't like to be taught through just like sheer intelligence. Y'all need somebody to be acting a damn fool. Y'all need a chick to come up with a song called WAP to get y'all attention. So basically, I'm getting my WAP on. I'm doing any and everything I got to do to get y'all attention. But when I got y'all attention, y'all best believe I'm going to hit y'all with some good food. I'm going to feed y'all correctly. I might do a little things that you like, what? But just know, Cardi B, everybody who is successful right now, they took that approach. Cardi B's the latest. When she first came out, y'all was like, she's ghetto. She's doing too much. She's trying too hard. Now y'all got her as the number one female rapper in the world. Number one song in the world and all that. So, respect my gangster. That's all I'm saying. Like, I got to do what I got to do. Respect my gangster, please.
Indeed. With that being said, family, I'm going to catch y'all on the next go around. I'm going to reach out to the brother next week. I'm going to see what all the comments come up the line, and we're going to get it cracking again next week. Hey, we're going to see what happens. We're going to see, but I'm going to tell you, don't put up no nonsense. Don't be talking about, man, he was in an apartment next door, and I got proof Kendrick, he just had an apartment next door, and he was messing with the girl next door, and don't put nothing goofy. I mean, bring facts if you see what he brought to the table tonight. Follow me?
Facts. Facts.
Indeed. Peace and love, brother. I appreciate you. Salute. And I'm going to sign off with that. All right, brother?
All right. All honors, bro. You have a good one.
Yes, sir. So, family, that was an exceptionally good interview. If you liked the interview, please thumbs up, family. Please thumbs up, family. Hit the Cash App. The information is right in the body for his Cash App, Morris World TV, our Cash App, Mycutcash, I think it's, hold up, let me put it back up in here. It's Mycutcash. You know what I'm saying? But family, listen, I'm one who, I feel myself as a pretty good researcher. And that's to look at how the brother put these pieces together. Hey, I'm going to be looking for one who object to what he said. You can talk about Breonna Taylor, what she was suspected of doing. That has nothing to do with the fake warrant. That has nothing to do with anything else. I mean, Morris World TV, you did it again. Cryptonomics, my man. I appreciate Cryptonomics. He gives a real objective view, and that's what we need too. We need people to challenge thought. The only thing is, in your challenging, not Cryptonomics, but anybody, we don't want to be antagonistic. Our challenge should be based on, hold up, I'm not feeling that, or hold on, I got this. And Cryptonomics say, man, I ain't sold yet. You got to respect that also. I just think, regardless of what comes next, that what Brother Kendrick presents make way more sense than what was given to us. So Brother Robbie Blue said, take a couple calls. All right, I'm going to take 10 minutes to get a few calls in. See if Robbie Blue can hit the link. I'm only going to put the link up. So let me put the link up. And y'all can't be long-winded, all right? Y'all can't be long-winded. Goodness gracious. Y'all want, do. Hey, with everybody in here, do I need to talk to Michi tomorrow? Do I need to talk to Michi X tomorrow? Huh? Anybody think I need to talk to Michi X tomorrow? One, if I need to talk to Michi X tomorrow night. Two, if it just let her chill. Let her steam her curtains. That's what she said in the video. I gotta steam my curtains. I just moved in this mother effer. Give a mother effer the time to steam her curtains. That's what she said. That fool was crazy. This mother effer. I mean, I'm a mother effing mother. I'm a mother. And let me tell you something. I said Tariq, what's his name? Nasheed. Yeah, I said he was this, that, and the other. But I do respect hidden colors. Now, I need time to move. I need time to have my silk couch hooked up. That's what she said. Did y'all see that? Y'all see that what? She went in. She didn't know what to say. She was all over the place. She was misquoting everybody. And I'm gonna tell you, what's her name? The Black Panther lady. She was on there, and listen. when she was on the show, the More TV show. Like, More TV show? Like, what? She was all over the place. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? She was all over the place. She was on the Moore show. Crystal Muhammad. She does do great work. She does do great work, but when she was on a More TV show, it's like they clout chasing. And this More TV guy, what's his name? Bay or something? Bay something. You know, when you look at his channel, when he put Grandmaster Jay in the thing, his views go up. Well, isn't that what we do this for? But I really have conflict with Grandmaster Jay misleading people. But back to Meechy X. See, what they do is they try to get views off the name in there. You know, kind of like I did with Tariq Nasheed. I mean, she didn't say that part, but anyway, no, yeah, like, and then, you know, and then he talking. I don't know this guy. The More TV, like, Meechy X, stop. Get your burns together. Come back to YouTube correctly. You know, you should work on your language. That's number one. Work on your language. That's number one. Please work on your language. You know, it's not cute. It doesn't make you seem tough. It doesn't make you seem wise. It doesn't make you seem intelligent. Work on your language. You're not a bad looking sister, but your language make you look disgusting. So work on your language. It's nothing wrong with you. You can command words that is not laced in doo-doo. If you don't talk to your children like that, then, you know, you shouldn't talk to the public like that. The way I talk to the public, I can talk to my children. The way that I talk to my mother, I can talk to the public. So, Meechy, get yourself together, sis. Why are you so angry anyway? What you upset about? What's wrong with you? Talk to me, Meechy. Meechy X, talk to me. Who gave you that X anyway? Talk to me. What you are so upset about? You getting a whole bunch of nonprofit money. You all right? Meechy, I might have to talk to you tomorrow. I might have to talk to you, and I might have to put your name in the title. I might have to put your name in the title so we can get some attention. You know we trying to get some views around here. Frosty Louisville tried to come in. There you go. Frosty Louisville, are you there?
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
What's happening? Talk to me.
Hey, I enjoy these broadcasts, man, and I've been tuned in for a little while now.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, I try to keep it a little bit entertaining. You know what I'm saying? But I try to get the facts too. What you want to add to the conversation since you called in at the last minute?
All right, well, at the last minute, I just want to say, you know what I'm saying, this division and everything that's going on between our races, you know what I'm saying, we need to squash all that. That's the thing that comes first and foremost, is squashing all that. Right. This division between races. You know, we are all one people. We are all together. We are all humans, and we all need to be in this together. And if we can't do that, we're never going to overcome those that are trying to divide us and keep us all down.
Yeah, but you know, I want to say this before I go, Frosty and Louisville. One thing that we got to understand, that race pride is not racism. You know what I'm saying? And so,
not at all.
So if I project that I'm proud of who I am, you know, no people outside of who I am should feel offended. Nor should I feel offended if you are proud of who you are. Race pride is not racism, and we can fight some things together, but some things we won't be able to fight together. You follow what I'm saying?
And I appreciate that you are proud of your race and that you have that black pride. And I want you to appreciate that I have that white pride and that Norse.
Absolutely.
That Norse, you know what I'm saying? Like where I come from, the European, like you keep putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? My European heritage, your African heritage, you know, the Asian heritage, the Mongolian heritage, the Indian heritage, all of us, we are Mexicans, you know what I'm saying? South America, we all have our heritage we all need to be proud of. But at the end of the day, we need to come together.
But let me say this though, Frosty and Louisville. In reality, though, we can't fight everything together though. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't, like the fight that we have on North Avenue, that North and Pennsylvania Avenue in Baltimore, you know, many people outside of the European community wouldn't even understand what type of fight that is on North and Long, on North and Pennsylvania. You understand? Certain fights we can't fight together. It's just not there for us to fight together. However, there are some fights we can fight together, and we must acknowledge the fight that we can fight together and maybe fight together. But all fights can't fight together.
I believe that, and I believe that when we put the racism aside, that our people can help your people fight those problems, fight those issues, and we can overcome all that once we stand united. That's what the government don't want us to do, is unite. Once we unite, the white militias, the black militias, and everything else, once we unite, it's over with at that point. We can take this country back.
The so-called white militia, they come down North Avenue, they're going to have to bust off because them young brothers around there going to try to take them guns. They don't care how many shots you got.
They don't. But what everybody needs to realize, though, is that they're not there to fight you all. They're there to help you all.
But I'm just saying the mentality of a North Avenue here in Baltimore, they ain't going for none of that. And they're not doing it from racism. They're doing it from the standpoint of oppression as well as deprivation of the resources. And
let me just speak from in terms of, I was raised here in Louisville, and when your guest earlier was talking about Norfolk and Newburgh, I spent 27 years of my life growing up in Norfolk and Newburgh.
Right.
You know, that's all I knew for the first half of my life was black people. That's all I knew.
Was you trapped?
I got out of it. And I made better for myself and made better for my kids.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I made a better life for me. And now, like I said, my goal, I was saying in the comments earlier, my goal now is to unite us together because we can all overcome that.
Well, let me say this, Frosty. Unite with like-minded people. Don't try to unite with everybody because everybody is not interested in that. If you can find a group of sincere people who wish to unite, focus your attention on that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a waste of time to believe in the illusion that everybody is going to be included. It's not going to happen.
You're right, but and that's why, you know what I'm saying, your platform, you know what I'm saying, is reaching out not just to black folk, but white folk as well too. And like I said, I'm not the only one watching. You got a good message to send, and we're listening. And I appreciate you, brother.
Man, I appreciate you. Peace out, peace out, peace out. Let me get these two calls real quick before I get Todd Streets. He's going to take us out. Let me get Robbie Blue real quick. Robbie Blue, come on, make it quick, brother. Talk to me.
Peace. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Talk to me.
What I wanted to say is it was an excellent show, and the brother Kendrick was on point, and he highlighted something that I think is the elephant in the room that is expressing itself all across the country with all of these riots and the police corruption. The police corruption, man, and a lot of these precincts in these major cities, dude, is rampant and it's out of control. And I think, like you say, man, them looking for money and doing a robbery under the table, that makes the most sense, man. You would be surprised how much of that stuff goes on in these police departments, man. And it makes you really want to go and check the paperwork and do some more background research on other cases similar to that, because I guarantee you'll see a pattern. And a lot of these brothers, man, they get shook down, man. They give them, they blackmail them basically to change their stories. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I agree, Robbie Blue. And it just made sense what Kendrick was saying. It made complete sense to me because I've studied the story and I'm like, this don't add up, but I just don't know what it is. You know what I mean? It just didn't make a lot of sense, but he made more sense to me.
Yeah, I definitely would want to see you come back, and I won't keep you on long because I know you did this excellent interview and you don't want to stay on too long. So I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Indeed. Appreciate you too. With that being said, Kryptonite say good wisdom at Morse World TV. Don't want to unite with everyone. It's not that I wish I could unite with everyone, but I don't believe everyone is interested in uniting. I believe that many people are interested in the idea of uniting. they're not really interested in uniting. Real unity comes from a oneness of mind. And to be of a oneness of mind, sometimes you have to have oneness of experience. Sometimes you have to have oneness of intention. Everybody don't have a oneness of experience and a oneness of intention. And so I wouldn't even waste my time trying to unite people who really do not show the aptitude of the oneness of mind and the oneness of intention, because my oppression is different from a European oppression. It's just totally different. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? So I know the fight that I'm in, and I recognize that. Again, some fights we can fight with Europeans, but most fights of our people, we got to fight this thing together. It is what it is. With that being said, we got Todd Streets in the building. I'm gonna let him have the floor. What up, with the family?
Man, that was church. Check me out. Brother Heavy, he out here doing work for real. And you ain't got to agree with him. But that whole thing they ran was a lick.
100.
That was a lick. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, born and raised, been here 41 years. When I seen GMJ, I said, he's a clown. He talking good, but he a clown, and he look like a weak man in the face. When I was going through the Breonna Taylor stuff, I'm like, I came across the information where it said it had the ex-boyfriend on the phone call from jail talking to his right now girlfriend. You hear what I'm saying? Saying, I got money at Bree crib. But then later on, he makes a statement saying that he ain't had no connections to Bree, which is irrelevant other than the fact that he made a statement on a recorded line saying that the bag was there after he got brought in. I don't know what the timeline for it when that phone call took place, but I guarantee you that phone call took place before her crib got hit. Man, that thing was lick, man. So what you were saying, I was saying church, man, everything ain't for everybody, man. And when it comes to this knowledge, for real knowledge, that's definitely not for everybody. Trust
100.
me, because when we come into knowledge, we want to shove it down everybody's throat because it make us feel good. It liberate us. It give us senses of freedom and security and understanding. You know what I mean? But most people is gonna shun it because they're not on that level. If your vibration not in the right place, you're not gonna receive the information anyway. You're gonna be one of the skeptics saying, "Oh, but what about this?" And I don't believe that. But that ain't where it's at, man. If somebody presents you with information you don't understand, take a mental note of it, write it down, and then do your research. And when you're doing your research, remember, use universal law, empirical data, and reason to get to the basis of the information you're dealing with. And be willing to be non-biased about your results. Because, man, but you got to give yourself a chance. I ain't going to hold the people, man, because that was an awesome bill, bro.
Yeah,
I
man.
told you the other day, I said that Crystal Muhammad, hey, no problem. That Crystal Muhammad was trending, and everything that happened after it is on an even kill or higher.
Yeah, and brother Todd Streets, you know, as you
feel me,
absolutely, and as you
go ahead, bro, because I can't hear you. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Do your thing.
Yeah, so here we go. So family, peace and love. I appreciate y'all. But when my brother Todd Streets do his thing, we need to get around to his podcast, to his channel, and support that. Again, support Kendrick Wilson. All of his information is down below in the comments. I mean, in the description section. We're gonna see you next time. Hopefully, I can come in here tomorrow by 9:30, and we might be able to have a conversation with Michi X. what they call it in court, when somebody don't show up, we have a court in absentia. We gonna talk to Michi X in absentia. All right. Hey, family, do y'all want to do that tomorrow? That's the last question. Press 1 if y'all want to talk to Michi X in absentia. I'm gonna have to pull up a little bit something to talk about because she came at me now, and I got to show y'all the video. Y'all want to talk to her in absentia? I think that's what they call it. I'm talking about. Whatever the case may be, I'm gonna watch the ones. All right, we gonna talk to her. All right, y'all want it? I mean, he only doing this for views. Yup. Ozone, be good. He only doing this. Yeah, he only doing this for views. Correct. Somebody said, man, I don't want to hear all that barking. We just gonna play with it. We just gonna play with it. Yep. Everybody hit the like. Hit the like. We talk about Michi X. We will imitate you and everything. Nah, I might do it tomorrow. I mean, it's a trap. Ozone, be good. It's a trap. We in the trap house. Salute, family. Peace and love. There's a strong possibility I'm going to see you tomorrow.